Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. All righty, all right. It is time to what? To talk. Time to talk. That means if you got questions, you have answers, pull on up. Or if you had a dream or vision or anything, shalom, shalom in the live chat. It's good to see you. Anything, just pull up and we'll talk about it. How about that? Whatever you want to talk about, that's what we're going to do tonight, this evening. I know I was running late. I got hung up on taxes, last minute taxes. And I tried something new and didn't care for it, but I got hung up on it. Shalom, shalom in the live chat. It's your time to talk. So speak. Anybody that have any questions, you might even have the answers. Sister Deborah don't know it all. And I'm not going to give no one that impression I do. But I tell you what, I know a little something, especially in the spirit realm. But I will say that it's time to talk. That means any and everybody, even if it's something or you want to ask someone in the live chat, you can even commune with individuals, but bring us all into the conversation. Okay, so if you got a question or if you got an answer, because you could have the answer. If you had a vision or a dream, or if it's something you just want to talk about or want us to all discuss, it's okay. It's what you call time to talk. I'm going to cover these beautiful cards. I have a son. I believe I spoke to you all. He had a head injury when he was 15. And you all know about the head injury. But the thing about it, this son can pick a card out. When this son give me a card, I mean, it says a multitude of words that really make me wonder, because he can go into a place and get the perfect card. I mean, I don't know. And I've been saying that ever since he was a teenager. How do you do it? You so good at it. He is, when it come down, he put a lot into when he wants to issue someone a card. He put a lot of himself in it, in what he want to say, because he's a pretty quiet individual. But boy, when he give you a card, let me give you one. He brought this one to me probably about a month ago at 12 something at midnight, child. He came over at midnight and said, Mom, I said, Raymond, what are you doing here, baby? You go to work in the morning, baby. I'm South. He's way North County. I'm South County. He way North County. So you know what that's like. Come way over here about 12:30 at 12:30 midnight. A bouquet of roses, and he brought this card. But he can do that. He can do that. He has a head injury, and when he feel like he want to do something, I let him do it. You see what I'm saying? I don't chew him out. I knew he had to be to work in the morning, which that's probably what he forgot. But he brought this card here. You know, it don't have very much in the inside, but I'm gonna read it to you. He just at 12:30 a.m. midnight. It said, oh, he brought me candy too. Just a little love note. Just a little love note. That's my 43-year-old. And in it, it says, to remind you how much I need you, how much I appreciate you, and how very, very much I love you. 12:30 a.m. You see? And that was about a month ago. Like I say, I don't have any problems with it because I know that he has a head injury. And his head injury caused him to have different mood swings. And his mood swings is like up and down. Like you and I, our brain work 50-50, because we have to rest it. But his go 80. Even when he's sleeping, it's still running because of his head injury. So I understood that to him, midnight is not measured. He don't measure it. So to me, he just had that feeling. Let me go give my mother this. And when he came, he said, Mama, I just want to tell you, I'm sorry. I said, what are you sorry about, Raymond? You ain't done nothing. He said, I'm sorry for what I said about you. I said, Raymond, you ain't said nothing to Mama. I ain't seen you, baby, in 30 days. I ain't been over there to your house. What are you talking about? He said, I just want to tell you, I'm sorry, Mama. I love you. I know exactly what he's talking about. And let me just share it with you. I feel the need to share it with you. What my son's saying, he's 43, with his head injury, nobody in the world is his enemy except for me. Okay? I'm the one that's right there by his side. I'm always there to help him with any and everything. I've always been. That's my firstborn. Me and him come a long ways, and he knows me very well, very well. And let me tell you, when he was, I don't know how old was he? I think he was 12, you guys. And I know I told him clean up his room, and he didn't clean up his room. And he was on the game all night long. And he didn't clean up his room. I said, get in there and clean up the room. Next thing I know, he went in there and he was on the game. And I'm going to tell you something. When I came in there, I said, what did I tell you? He's still on the game. Act like he don't hear me. I said, okay. I went and got me a belt. And I said, now, what did I tell you? He said, okay, I cut it off, Mama. I cut it off. This is my firstborn. He had to have been like 12. I reached the belt to hit him on the leg. My son grabbed the belt and he looked me in my eyes. At that moment, I knew as a mother, stand your butt down. You're dealing with a man now. You see what I'm saying? I never again put my hands nor discipline him. I never, when I discipline my children, I put them on punishment. Or back in the days, I did give them a whooping every now and then. I got kids, they never had a belt whooping. So I'm just telling you, it's just not something. My daddy never whooped us. So, that's what I'm just telling you. And he was in the house all the time. So I wasn't that type that will, but I would to let him know that, look, what did I say? When he grabbed the belt, he didn't grab it as if he was trying to show me his strength. He was grabbing it and said, Mama, you don't have to do that anymore. That's not what he said. I felt and I discerned his spirit. And he had to been like 12 or 11 or 12, in between 11 and 13. But when he did that, I'm going to tell you, as a mother, as a female, I felt so bad. I felt so bad. On the other end, I felt good. I said, now my son is becoming a man. He was like, Mama, he didn't say a word. He didn't say a word. He just grabbed the belt so I wouldn't hit him on the leg. And that was good enough for me. I didn't ever again have a belt to discipline him anymore. No. It was no need. And me and him have come a mighty long ways. We've been there side by side. So that's when he brought this note over here. And there's flowers and beautiful card. Not a note, but a card. And you know what? You talking about cards. Oh, you guys. This young man. Let me give you one more. This is another one he gave me here. And this had to have been probably 6 months ago. This is what he said. God has created you and rejoices in who you are. God has guided you and prepared you a way for you. God has guided you and prepared you a way for you. God has gifted you and made your life blessing. May your special day and the year ahead be full of his goodness in every way. Let me tell you something. This young man forever bringing his mama cards and flowers and candy. And this is something he always did. I wanted to share that with you because I remember that last time, and it's still, and honestly, when I think about him grabbing that belt, there was a real sad feeling, but there was a good feeling because my son was telling me, Mama, I'm becoming a man. You don't have to do that. Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that and never ever did anything because I realized that, okay, that was his way of saying, Mama, you don't have to do this. He didn't pull it. He didn't inject it. It was like the way he did it made me feel so sad because he looked me dead in my eyes. And I looked at him, and I just walked out, and I felt really, really bad. I said, never again. Never. I don't care what he does. I'm going to communicate with him. This son here, communicate with him from this time on. And I just thought to bring that up during the time I'm thinking of the card, because the reason why I say that is I explained to you, being a mother of 6 children, I'm different. And I'm going to admit to it. I'm different because the way he created me. He created me, molded me, shaped me, ordained me, predestined me a different way. I'm a good hearer, a good listener, and I'm a good responder. Okay. Somewhere along the line, I was given a gift to be able to hear behind hearing. And I think during that time, my son grabbed the belt. I think I felt him. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was sad, because I was able to discern this was it. This is not needed. You see? So I believe that with my children, I have discerned them and who they are, all because of the Most High Yah. When you put him first, he will teach you. He will teach you how to know them way he knows them from the kingdom. See, we think we know them because we brought forth these children. We brought forth males and females, and we think we got it nailed. We think we've done something because we carried them 9 months and brought them forth through birth, breastfed them, teach them, taught them, show them things, made sure they went to school, made sure everything, make sure they went to college, make sure they had their first car, make sure they had everything. Even though we made sure all of these things, I want to say this to the women. They were never ours from the beginning. You see? So we took on pretty much what we had to take on because the father wasn't there. And the choice of the father, most people don't understand the truth of the whole matter. It wasn't that someone put males out or put them, or I'm going to tell y'all something, all that stuff, all you have to do is sit down, go places and communicate with people and let the elders tell the story. And if you listen to these elders, let's say the men, they'll tell you a story that'll knock you to your grave because you'll say, I didn't know that. I couldn't believe something like that happened. I don't believe that was going on. Why? Because we didn't set it up in our mind today that it's the way we say that we think we know that it is. I can tell you all something that he taught me at a very, I'm going to say at a very young age, but years, more than 20 years ago, regarding children. And then when you open up the instructions and direction book, which is his Bible, there it is sitting right in there as if it's been there. So you know what I used to tell people? Exactly what a lot of people say. Having a child and bringing up a child don't come with a book. Use a lie. Use a liar. Always had him. It's just that we as a people, we so used to somebody telling us how it should be or how it should go. And we never knew about the relationship that we could have with a higher power that will be a mother to the motherless and a father to the fatherless. He will be all that to you. He'll be a teacher. He'll be a revealer. He will show you things, all these things that make this creator, all that and some. We never used any of it. Now here we are. It's over. It's finished. The puzzle is completed. And we're trying to deal with yesterday and today and trying to make sense of yesterday today. And you can't, because what they did is they flipped it on the Most High Yah. They flipped it on him. They made him the liar, and today is the truth. You see, they made yesterday righteous and today unrighteous. It's just so much. What he say, that which is crooked cannot be made straight, because he said they done messed up so much till he ain't sending another down here to make nothing straight. He ain't coming down here sending those with the light to show you this, to show you that. No, you ain't. You got what you see. Okay? So all this thing about thinking this somebody's coming, you can hang it up. It ain't. It's over. Oh, okay, it's y'all time to talk. Okay. Oh, yes. 2009. All right. Thank you. Okay, let's talk about it. This is you all's time to talk. The live chat has it going on, and anybody in the live chat, you can channel with one another, or you could expound on something, or you can ask questions. This is your time to talk. Okay. Greetings. Yes, a new subscriber. All right, all right. Shalom and shalom. Glad to see you. 2 days ago, praise the Most High Yah. Yep, you're right. And it was said that. And when we take what he already said, that how it would go, as far as evil is going to be looked at as good, and good is going to be looked at as evil. And we're going to kind of expound on that, because see, one thing I want you to understand, we got to be very careful in the way we use the word good, because notice in the Garden of Eden, what was there sitting and holding hands with evil? Anybody in the live chat? What was holding hands with evil? Anybody? Anybody? What was holding hands with evil in the garden? In Genesis chapter 2, and when he created the garden and put 2 trees, okay, and then when he put Adam in the garden, where there were 2 trees that really he had to choose from. In a sense, he could have choose from other trees, but it was 2 special trees. What was holding hands like this here with evil? Good, very good. See that? Good was holding hands with evil. Good is on the side of evil. That's how the evil get away with things, using good. 99 point trillion don't know that, but it's over, because a lot of things we never knew. That's how Satan rumbled. What was it was, I'm just gonna throw this on out there. Eve, what is it? When she was tempted, because good was present. This is a good idea. This is a good deal. See, good is only what, and what did Paul say? When I try to do good, why is it evil is present? Because here today, in the year of 2024, 99.9 have no idea that next to evil is good. And next to good is evil. Because Satan used good to do evil. And that's why I say it's very important that we understand that, because we'll get it confused and think that, oh, this is good. A lot of us, even me, think things are good, but then there it is. Evil is next to it, even when we meet somebody. And that's a lot of that's going on today. It's good. It's standing here. Did y'all hear about that young lady that European had her first date with him, and he killed her and he cut her up? That was all in the plan. This man planned this. So it went according, and he has the audacity to walk into the court like the whole world is doing him wrong. You didn't cut the girl's feet, leg, and all parts. So for you to have a mind like that, you had that plan just for that young lady there. Yes, the knowledge of good and evil, because he knew that two trees there. Okay? The tree of life didn't have good on it, but the tree of knowledge had good and evil on it. So what we did is we said, forget that. We ain't gonna pay no attention to that. That don't mean nothing. That's nothing. And then we find out that now a lot of people don't find. So reason why people don't find out, because Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, my people perish due to lack of knowledge. Having the knowledge that Satan used good for his evil tool. He'll make us think something is so good in our lives. Something is so righteous. Something is so perfect. Something is so excellent. And all behind it is evil. It comes back too. Very good. Very good. That's a good one. Oh, but I never thought to put that in there, but you're sure right. It comes back too. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good reminder. You're right. It comes back too. Mm-hmm. That's how I learned how lure you in is through good. That's what Paul was saying. He said, when I try to do good, why is evil ever present? Because he did, you have to really tag in. He has no understanding that good comes with evil. So when he gets to Genesis 3, he said, now man has become like one of us, knowing now they have the knowledge of good and evil at the level of the way it works. Watch this here. But he said, but accept, meaning, okay, you got the knowledge now, good and evil. Now you know what we know from the kingdom. That's what he's saying. And he's saying that, but accept, you do another thing, you can hang everything else up. That's what God is saying. He said, except you understand Genesis chapter, 3 and verse 22. Watch what he says. Watch this here, you guys. He even letting you know there's more to it than that good and evil. You got to stay away from that, because he's going to always use that good to trap you. Okay? Even a person doing good things for you, or anytime, y'all, especially in this day and time, be very cautious out here, because people are doing things and it appearing to be good, but you got to watch it. So where do we go here? We go to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 22. And this is what he says. And Ahiah said, behold, man is become as one of us to know. That's all he's saying. They now know what we know from the heaven. Know what? Good and evil. But listen to what the Father is saying. And now, wham. And now, let me hold up, y'all. I'm not done yet. Don't stop right there. And now, lest, tell him, Deborah, lest, he said, you put forth your hand and take also the tree of life. Okay, say you took good and evil, but it don't mean nothing. You going that route. You're born in the seed of good and evil, and you continue in it. That's why I'm saying to y'all, it's over. This book has words for you to study and you to show yourself. But when the Holy Spirit comes, he break this thing all the way down as low as it can come or low as it can go. And where you find out that all this time I thought I knew, I thought I was under this person with it. When you find out when that Holy Spirit comes and start to teach you and break that thing to you, break that thing down to you, you're going to begin to say, well, wait a minute. How did I get trapped in that for 40 years? And it's always been here, he said. Now listen to what he says. Now man has become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now lest he put forth his hand and take also the tree of life and eat and live forever. So people thinking that it's okay to keep taking from the tree of knowledge and good and evil. But he letting you know, but wait a minute, if you don't ever take from the tree of life and eating mean you digesting it. That means take the tree of life, and that is the ruach, and digest that thing. Put that thing in your spirit and live forever. Tell me how many people you think doing that today? Thank you. Praise the Most High Yah. You know what? The relationship that you want that's closer, let me explain something to you. Where we're at today, everything has already been manifested in us. We just got to walk in it. You got to just walk in. What you say you want, the Father already got it in you, because somebody in this midnight hour who said that they want a closer relationship, let me tell you, you'd be surprised how close of a relationship you already have. Just don't let your flesh get the victory while you're living on this earth. So people don't understand, you got to separate your flesh from your spirit. And how do we do that, Deborah? By bringing your flesh. You know how people talk about getting women under the submissive? You don't want no woman submitted to you or under your foot or feet, because first and foremost, you're going to have a spirit. Okay? So you want someone that understand they first have to submit themselves to the Most High Yah. You see? He says, get your flesh under the subjection. Get that flesh under the subjection. Get the flesh under the subjection to your own spirit. Why? Because the only way the Most High gonna enter into you is through your spirit. And if your spirit is letting your flesh serve, rule, and control, y'all ain't coming near it. Y'all ain't coming near it. And your flesh has to be under the control of your spirit, because you got a spirit, believe it or not, many of us, a spirit that's so willing, that's so desiring to have a relationship. But it's your flesh that don't want you nowhere near Yah, and don't want Yah nowhere near you. So you got to let your spirit discipline and get your flesh under it. Your spirit has to control your flesh. Does that mean you're going to be perfect and sinless? No. But when that ruach comes, everything in you, even your flesh, is going to know how to bow down to he that is greater and come to abide in your spirit. But you have to first realize you got a spirit. And all you need to work on is that flesh. Kick soul out of the picture. Roman Catholic put that in there. Why? Excellent reason why. I'm just so shocked. But then I think about all the things that y'all are also allowed to happen. Because I was shocked. Why would you let the Roman Catholic put that in there? He said, Deborah, those that are confused going to remain confused. The Roman Catholic put that in there so that you would never focus on your spirit. 99.9% of people here on the earth never will and never desire to focus on their spirit man. Why on your spirit man? It has to stand before the throne for judgment. And if it has to stand before the throne of the Most High Yah come judgment, you got to understand it's going to measure you based on, did you let your flesh rule over your spirit, or did your spirit rule over your flesh? And you can people, everybody can judge themselves right here and now. Which one is in control? Is it your spirit or is it your flesh? Flesh don't have no feeling. Your worstest enemy is your flesh. It don't have no, as y'all would call it, love, care, compassion. It'll get you in trouble going and coming. It don't have nothing positive about you. That's your worstest enemy. And you got to get it under the subjection to your spirit. And then you'll see that you already have a relationship. The reason why you can't see it now, you ain't got that flesh under the subjection to your own spirit. You see, the battle is spirit and flesh. He didn't say soul. See, the Roman Catholic put that in there, and they did an excellent job. I'm going to go and give it to them. Because I even said it to the Father. How did they come up with it? If we can put soul in there, they'll never find out the whole battle is between spirit and flesh. They put that in there and it confounded and confused everybody. Now everybody walking around here saying soul, 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 never understanding the power of their spirit. Never understanding that that's what came down from the kingdom is your spirit. Never understanding written in the Lamb Book of Life or written in the books of the lake of fire is your spirit name is written, not your soul. And what place do you have for your flesh? He said to the ground, dirt. What place do you have your spirit? It goes to sleep till it's time to stand before the mighty throne. So if you live on this earth, letting your flesh rule, then you know that your ticket, not so much as your ticket, but your purpose of being here was for the flesh. That's why he said either you're born of the spirit or you're born of the flesh. That's why. You're going to let your flesh rule or you're going to let your spirit? Which one? If you let your spirit rule, I'll come and abide with it. But if you don't let your flesh rule, I'm away. I'm going to stand down. That's how the Most High have always given us the way out. And we don't know. That's how easy it is. Always was. Oh, no. But you know what? It was he that is in you that's directing you. Because this is, I'm telling you, this journey we in now is one like no other. And he's going to need you to lead. I'm telling you, you're going to see things you ain't never seen. Things, the small remnant. I like that. I like that. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. I think that what is going on with the polygamy itself, I think it's pretty much what you might not understand what I'm about to say, but it's pretty much about that inner body. You see what I'm saying? Now, listen to this. I want you to just hear me out. Okay? Here is your spirit. Here is your flesh. Inside of each other, they're there. Okay? Now, we know that the Holy Spirit, which many people call the Holy Ghost, I call the Ruach of the Creator. When he enter into your spirit, do you know when you're bringing all these females in to your flesh? You see, you're bringing them into your flesh. Okay? But what about your spirit? This is your spirit that holds the Ruach. Your spirit has the Ruach. It's inside of your flesh. And here you got 4 women, 4 wives over your flesh. You don't understand. Men don't understand. Before these women were flesh, they were a spirit. Genesis 3:15, he sat and told Satan, you're going to have your seed and I'm going to have mine. Yeshua came and he began to tell the men over and over and over, in your household, this is what's going to be in it. Your worstest enemy gonna be in your household. Who did he tell that to? Not woman. He told that to men. He's letting them know, out of your bowels. Out of your bowels. Gonna be your own enemy. They're gonna be enemies to you. You're gonna have 5 in the household, 3 on one side and 2 on the other. Why? Because he's showing you that these are the spirits that's coming, you guys. These are the spirits. You thinking these people are just, you see a newborn baby, 5 days, and you think this baby is just flesh. Oh, so cute. This baby destiny is already written from the beginning to the end, whether they're in the Lamb Book of Life or in the books to the lake of hell. So you better stand down. You're dealing with spirits. That's why he said this thing is not flesh and blood, y'all. It's spirit. I mean, you got to come out of the realm of the flesh and understand this thing in the spirit. So when you think of polygamy, you're talking a man with 4 wives with 4 spirits. That's deep. That means anything could go on. And you most likely, when there's one man and there's 4 women, and this is the part that bothers me. Why is it not a man on earth is willing to do their study with David's wives, Jacob's wives, Abraham's wife, and Solomon's wife? They will find out all this stuff they talking about Solomon having all these. Solomon was the richest man on the earth. He didn't need all those wives. What were they for? He was housing, clothing. He couldn't have done nothing. It's no man. You know why he couldn't? Let me tell you something why they lying on my brother. Solomon is my brother. Let me tell you about Solomon in the spirit realm. Solomon was given everything by Yah from David, even king. Solomon was the richest man on the earth. The reason why Solomon wasn't into sexual or pleasure of the lust, because he asked Yah for something that's more greater than any power on this earth. He asked him to know all the things that's under the sun. Impossible for a man to have all these wives and have all this lust and all this pleasure and trying to learn all the things that's under the sun. Impossible. For Solomon to be one to learn all the things that's under the sun was a gift from Yah to give to him. That's why he said, I found no man able to know what's under the sun, not even a woman. Why? Because he was the only one. So Yah gonna give him this heavy gift because he asked for it. And he's gonna find pleasure with women. Y'all wake up. Wake up. You're not going to, because Yah said you weren't. That's what Jacob said. Judah ain't gonna wake up, Deborah. Thank you, Jacob. Because without Jacob being able to minister that to my spirit through the Ruach, I wouldn't have never known. But it's impossible for Solomon to have that many wives or whatever that men today use him to justify. Go back and read David. Find out about his wives. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do it. They want to believe the lie. You'll find out that David didn't have nothing to do with his wives. Why? He had too many battles. And they was fighting a battle within their house. And the father said, I tell you what, David, I'm going to give your wives to the neighbors. Read it. Tell me what kind of wives is that? Since y'all okaying it. See, that's what they're not telling you. They're telling you only the sexual part and the desire and the pleasure that they want to fulfill in this day and time. And she said, thank you to Maya. And when she said she was a lady, she was just sitting in her chair. And she said, thank you, Maya. Okay. Wait a minute. I didn't get that. I didn't get that one. Oh, wow. I mean, it's really bad, y'all. It's really bad. I just thank him for sharing, the Father for sharing with me that uh, 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 the judgment to the whole house, to the house. See, now I know what the house. See, I was thinking to the body, to the church. Oh no, he ain't talking to the church, because Christ is over the church. He's the head of the body, which is the church and the saint. He's talking to the house of Israel. He's telling them, I'm judging your bad, but first and foremost. So you can't see the heat. Let me explain to what he said, y'all. You're never going to see the heathens and the Gentiles judge until you judge by the Most High Yah. Ain't that deep? And they went and they used Isaiah chapter 3 and verse what was it, Isaiah chapter 3 verse 25, talking about seven wives to Isaiah chapter 1 chapter 4, seven wives to one man. And they fail to realize that, see, what is going on, you guys, is they thinking that all the darkness that they didn't got away with, all the things that they've done, Yah truly have not sunk a light. Oh, and that's what most of all of them believe. All of them believe. Do you ever wonder how is it that if you got let's say 100 men that are saying they're the tribe of Judah, you might find two. You might find two that believe that they are the tribe of Judah. What happened to the other eight? I mean, the other 98. See, that's what people are not paying any attention to. So what these people are doing, when you see people living in the polygamy, you got to understand, why is it there? Why is it just 1% of them choosing to live their life in such a midnight hour as we live in today? Why did they wait until the midnight hour of the time in which Proverbs 16 verse 4 says that I have created evil for the day of wicked and wicked for the day of evil? This is Satan's day. Now man decides we want to have more than one wife, and we're going to make it right or righteous in the eyes of the people, even if we got to stand on these platforms and get all the support from men. Men is supporting this. It's because where they stand with woman. Like I gave y'all an example. I know y'all really didn't paying attention to it when I was telling you about my son. Now, with my son, wow, RG step blocked. The first sign y'all should have known with Dow's is when YouTube had stopped paying. He was, what is it, demonetized or whatever they call it. That was the first sign. See, there are signs y'all is showing him. Y'all want to show him little at a time so he'll get it. Because if you just put all this on him, he ain't gonna get it. All this stuff these people talking about, he ain't gonna get it, but he's gonna get it the way y'all got it going. Because see, a lot of y'all didn't pay any attention to. He got demonetized, whatever they call it, where they don't pay him no more. You see, YouTube did that to him. Many others, it's happening to them right now. See, he's doing it in a way that we're gonna see it with our own eyes, how he gonna cut all of them off right before our eyes, and we're gonna look at the situation a different way than we see it today. Because if our brother go out and kill 20 million people, we'll sit here and try to protect him, saying a white man doing something to him, they bothering him, they doing this. Y'all been seeing that. Y'all been seeing us not standing on his side. Y'all seen us not supporting his side. We support them because they are in our, in a sense, tribe or our nation, but not understand. You think y'all caught up in you supporting a nation or supporting righteous? Which one? Praise the Most High Yah. The pleasure of flesh. I think you nailed that. I think you nailed that. That's exactly what it is. And you know what? Let me explain something. I think in this time, if you meet somebody, stay with her, y'all. Learn enough about her. Make sure she's have Yah totally here. Don't get involved with no woman. Don't have y'all here. That means in her thoughts, in her feelings, even in her words. Because what things are turned, it's a lot of things going on. Like I told you, I don't have my card. I don't know if it's this weed, this chemical that's in it, or if it's the shot. From what I heard, I ain't talking about I heard this from other nations, breaking that thing down to Sister Deborah. And I said, well, that's going according, I don't tell them. I said, that's going according to his will. That's how I see it. And I said, I wonder why my nation don't see that and understand that. See, Europeans, when they talk to me, and I'm going to talk about the men because I step into them all the time. But one thing about European men is I like how they let me talk. They let me speak. And like I be talking to you all, they listen. They hear me out. But the thing about it, they agree with me. They agree with me. And I told them, I say, see, y'all running around here and y'all been getting away with a lot. Y'all race been getting away with a lot. But see, y'all the Most High God is tired of all that. Y'all gonna get, and you know what they tell me? Let me tell you what they say. They say, that's why the system is trying to play us against each other right now. Because there was a division and that we did do wrong. We have done wrong. And right now, that's what they're going to use for the civil war, for us to fight each other. And if you hear these white men break that thing down to you, it'll blow your mind because you'll be like, what I said to I can't go to my brothers. I have to go to the Most High Yah. Father, why do they know and my brothers and them don't? That bothers me. Why do they know about what's going on, but our brothers don't? And when they start talking, they start telling you in different countries and different race and how white people are doing things to different people. Oh man, see, they get comfortable because you letting them be open. You're letting them just say what they already know. But what bothers me, I'll be going to the Father. Father, why do they know? How do they know? And that bothers me because they knowing what I'm knowing. And I'm like, wait a minute, now how do they know? I know where I get my truth from, but where do they get theirs from? Because I've been believing that and using them being so racist. And they are. They are. And you know what? A lot of us are too. The truth be told. Did y'all know we were supposed to be a light unto the world? Where's that light? 400 years. Have we been a light? No. We've been showing them the opposite. You know why we've been showing them the opposite? Because the Father said, I'm going to pull up, Deborah. And for my name, he said that they going to afflict you. They going to lock you up and afflict you, and they going to kill you. And I'm like, wait a minute, why did you say it like that? He said, that's the truth. That's the truth. But they're going to do it for my name's sake. And when y'all study on my name's sake, and you'll find out my namesake mean my will and my power is going to allow them to do that to you all. Because we as a people, not only did we deny Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's God who brought us into the promised land and have been there for us, we denied them in the face of the heathens and Gentiles. And we came over here denying him. So he's at the point where he's saying now, it's over. It went according still to my will. So when I'm sitting here saying they're going to afflict you and they're going to kill you for my name's sake, I said, wait a minute, hold up. Who is this my namesake? What is this my namesake that's going to allow them to do that? He said, check me, baby. I'm the will and the power. You mean you gonna let? Yes. They want to say that they didn't know. Oh, and they awakened. It's been there, Deborah. So the same book they said that they trying to deceive them with, it was already for them, always there for them to study, to show their self-approval. And when they got the book and started studying, they studied it the way that they desired to study. And they didn't wait for me to come. I'm the Ruach that got to come in them. Deborah, I'm the beginning and the end. I know it all. I hold it. I hold life and death. I hold it all. So why not get me in you to teach you from A to Z? So you won't be just stuck on A. They didn't want it. Oh no, we can't have it like that. We need a God that we can see and believe. We need a God we can go dress up and put on certain clothes and look a certain way. And we need a God that can see us and we can see him, because we put on our Sunday best and we want to look this way and act this way. And that's what you see in the world today. Everybody role playing this thing. And y'all standing back and saying, okay. Oh, praise the Most High Yah. So I was that little woman in the chair. Praise the Most High Yah. That's all right. I like that. The warning before the storm. And that's how he rumbled. Yeah, demonetized. Thank you. Because I didn't even know if I don't pronounce words too good. And when we show you what you just said, you just quote. See, you called it Psalms 91. But let me watch. I'm going to show you where that's at too. You said Psalms 91. But let's go to Deuteronomy. Let's go there. I'm going to take you there. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. 34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. He's talking to you. You're going to see all this stuff that you see coming out. We can sit and say, though they just talking about our people. Because, you know, when Puff Daddy was out, everybody was on him making videos. Now, all our men then flip the script. They bothering Puff Daddy now. Oh, he ain't done nothing. We shouldn't make him guilty before a trial. We shouldn't say he this and he did. That man didn't live that life. And see how we as a people, y'all, that's what he was talking about. We turn, we'll make a straight crook. I mean, we'll make a crooked, try to make crooked straight. You can't leave it where it's at. We ain't done nothing. We didn't do that because P Daddy, what his name, Puff Daddy or P Daddy did all that he done. But I tell you one thing, I'm going to tell y'all the truth of the whole matter. Everybody that went to the parties and that was there to support the party and participated in it, even Denzel Washington, all of them are wicked and evil. So you can say what you want, think what you want, feel what you want. You just lost with a cause and without one. With one and without one. Because the truth be told, that's the same way I said with Dow's and Rufus. That's the same way. That man is just a carbon copy of Dow's. His whole attitude, his whole spirit, his whole everything is Dow itself. He can't come out of Pastor Dow even if he tried. I've sat and listened to several people who left him years ago. They still act just like Pastor Dow. Still cut up from the floor like Pastor Dow. And they left him 2-3 years ago. And their whole personality is still like Pastor Dow. When you fall from that, when you're a seed of that tree, and that seed is too close to the root of that tree, that means that and that's Rufus. He's just using our brothers. He's using them. I ain't gonna say our brothers. He just using them, y'all. He using their platform for his emotions and his feelings. That's what, baby, because you've been with him longer than anybody. Everybody know then if he got away with stuff like that, you done got away with it too. Y'all need to stop playing. See the reward. So when you say to see the rewards of the wicked, that's what it said. Just take a look at this. Write this one down. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 34. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 67. 2 verses in Deuteronomy 28 saying exactly what you said. Behold, to see the rewards of the wicked. That's what he said. Until you see it. See, we're thinking we're getting out of here and we're going to escape something. That's what they're trying to get us to believe. They want us to believe we're getting up out of here and escaping everything. No, it's something you're going to see. He just told you that in Deuteronomy 28. You ain't getting out of nowhere until you see. You're going to go mad yourself at the sight of what your eyes shall see. And that's the thing I tell y'all about me. I just thank the Father for allowing me to see these things while teaching me in the wilderness. allowing me to understand Deuteronomy endgame. Do you think that that's something that I want to, or I desire? I desire to embrace it because now it tells the truth of the whole matter. Many of you all have not even took on Deuteronomy endgame. The last part of Deuteronomy 28, starting with verse 19 all the way to verse 68. You read that. If you're able to master it, it'll blow your mind. And you'll say, well, why ain't they never taught that? Why ain't they never said? They ain't gonna tell you. But y'all tell you, he'll tell you straight up, what you just enter into was because my kingdom, where my throne is at, set it up that they get destroyed. Because everybody think, and that's a part of the judgment. What do you mean, Deborah? Go back to Matthew 24, chapter 24, and see what it says about that you're going to be, it talks about them killing you and afflicting you, and they shall kill you. What do you think that is? See, y'all ain't playing. And and honestly, I'm going to tell you, based on what he's taught me since I was 4 years old, I don't blame him. No, they don't even want to take time. But that's what he wanted us to do, to take our time to know what happened. Because the more we know what happened, the more we'll do what? Turn to him. You get what I'm saying? That's the whole idea. He said, okay, Deborah, they had 400 years. You think, and this is what he said. He said, Deborah, not only did they have 400 years, they don't have the sense to realize they still where they at. And it's past 400 years. Nobody talks about it. Nobody think about it. No one study. They so busy running all over the world talking about, we got people here. We got people here. We got people here. Our people's over there. And our people. Why ain't those people saying you over here? Why ain't those people calling themselves Israel? Why ain't they saying that they're the tribe of Judah? Why are you all over the world trying to collect who you think? Because it's getting you away from the main focus, and that is the Most High Yah. So that's why I say, all of those that sit back on these corners and teaching and preaching in these academy with record, GOCC, IUCD, EP, JK, all of them ain't doing nothing no more than Oprah, Tyler Perry, P. Daddy, and none of them. That's how I see it, because I see them still playing in the darkness. And they okay with it. That's the thing about it. They don't have no problem with it. They don't, and I don't blame them. If they live darkness, if they are the seed of the flesh, that it's good. They the seed of Satan, and they are of the flesh. Let them be. At least they ain't out here trying to force y'all to be what they are. They just being who they are, and y'all just following them. Overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony, and they love not their life. No, they don't. And now listen to what you just got up here. They love not their lives, even unto death. See that? You see that? Good. That is a really good verse you got there, because it chimed right into what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. So why should we be caught up in the ways of the world and what all our nation of people and tribal people are doing when they not caught up in it? What did you just pull here? They are overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the world and the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives even unto death. It is what it is. I think they do too. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Go back there and hear what Jacob said hear what Jacob said to Judah, his son Judah. Blow your mind. He told him, you ain't gonna get up and do nothing until Shiloh come. You cannot be awakened. And I think that should have been given to all of the tribe of Judah, or it's say for instance, all of us, so we'll understand that we better be in the right place at the right time in Yah. Guilty by association. You don't think they should be if they're sitting? You got to understand How are you going to call out Diddy and you've been going to all the parties? You've been hanging around him. You've been partying and doing all his dirty work, but yet you want to call him out. You see how Will Smith ducked away, but Will Smith is worse, just as worse as Diddy. I know y'all don't want to believe that, but you don't understand. Everybody pulling away from him, saying he did. Oh yeah, they been doing this, but y'all all are partaker in it. So you can't just turn around and think that you're going to support those who's talking about Diddy. Same way with Pastor Dow and Rufus. You can't go and take Rufus' side over Pastor Dow. They all the same wicked evil in the same basket. You can't take one of them out and say, okay, we gonna because you came out and told on him, we gonna take your side. No, that man setting y'all up. That man thinking he gonna one day be right back with straightway, just like Kanye and Kyrie did. Turned around and looked at y'all and they looked like fools. And then I said, now where's all those men that's sitting here talking about they men of yeah? And this one lady, her name was Carrie Ann, says she's a prophet, a prophetess. She was on there for at least 6 months saying Kanye is Moses and Kyrie is Aaron. Y'all sent them here. And I said, see, all them people on her page never challenged her, never questioned her. How was that? How was that to be? They left her alone and they liked her and subscribed and support her even more. I said, now, how could that be? She did it longer than 6 months, claiming that Kanye was Moses. Y'all sent Kanye to be Moses and Kyrie to be Aaron. I wouldn't even told nobody no stuff like that. Oh yes, we're gonna see it. That's what that's a part of Deuteronomy 28. And he said, when you go into Deuteronomy 28 and start with verse 19 and go to the end, and you're gonna see where he said, and you're gonna go mad for the sight of what you're gonna see. Now, who is he talking to? Anybody know? Who is he telling that you're gonna go mad for the sight of what you're gonna see? Who is he saying? Who is he talking to? I don't understand what streaming service you are using. I don't understand. All I know is I'm on YouTube. Yeah, they were all at the party, and nobody won't even say anything about it. And now all of them have flipped. All the stars, everybody now wants to support Diddy. And then this girl, so-called, says she's a prophet. Her name is Carrie Ann. She put a picture on her page with P. Daddy, Puff Daddy, with a rope, a rope, a hanging rope, like you know how they hang us, right next to him. Why would you do that? What mind would cause you to send that sort of message out to the world? Never put a rope near a man, a melanated man, to send signs to the world he needs to be hung. You are the sickest person. And these people following this child by great numbers. Something wrong with her. When she said Puff Daddy and Kanye was Moses and Kyrie was Aaron, and the people just believed it. They just took whatever she said. And then when it all was all over, I was saying, now, how did she say y'all said that they were Moses and Aaron? But now, look what Kanye went back to the vomit, which he come from. And Kyrie, if y'all really do his study on where he was before he read the book or brought some attention to it, they got their tails right back to the world, back into the hands of Satan. And nobody ain't saying a word about them now. I'm like saying, look at all these brothers ran to chase behind them. Why? I don't know. Yep, they all was at the party. Oh, no, you're not. You're not the only one. Demonetize who? Carrie Ann? I don't know. You're right. You're right. They need to, but you notice he said, let me go there. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I know I ain't got no sense. I know I ain't got no sense. And I'm okay with that. Catch me on spirit and truth. I got more sense there than anything. When he was saying, he said, where is it at? When he said to come out of her so that let me see, let me get it where he says. No, I don't have it. I'm just looking at where he told them to come out of her so that you will not receive the plagues. And I asked the Father, I said, why did you say it so simple? Why wasn't other things warning us and getting us prepared not to be in her, or else we're going to receive the plagues? Because he said it, he know that they're not. I didn't say it like they were going to, Deborah. I know that they're not going to come out. So that's why I said it so simple. Come out of her so that you, my people, so that you will not receive her plagues. And I was like, but it should have been something. So much was expound on in Revelation. Why wasn't that? He said, because they're not going to come out, Deborah. So I ain't finna say something and allow something to be a study guide that's going to cause them to come out when I know they're not. You see, so I always wondered about that, and even as a young girl, I wondered about that. Why wasn't something a better way of saying it to warn the people? For what? He been warning them since Genesis. He even warned Abraham in Genesis 15 that we will be where we at. But have they caught on to that? No. They didn't know that there was two things he gave Abraham, and one was a vision and one was the dream. They didn't understand the two. One was for the spiritual realm and one was for the what? The natural realm of people that was going into captivity. So that's why he put one in a vision and one in a dream. They can't even figure that out. Yeah, I think somebody said they demonetized. I think I'm saying it right. Her wow. I don't believe none of that. I don't believe none of it. I don't believe none of that. That the Exodus, the second Exodus is I believe that he's coming soon. He's coming to take what's belonged to his small remnant. And I do believe that I can't say that there's ships. Some people says flying, sorcery. Everybody saying all kind of stuff. And Africa ain't got nothing on what. Do y'all understand Africa? If you all know what has taken place in that land, it's worse than what's taking place in America. I mean, Africa, and it wasn't costing no heathens and Gentiles. What I hate more than anything is we as a people never did check Africa to see that Africa was the one that sold us. Okay. But it still was the will of the Father. Africa had a big role in that, child. Oh, yes, I agree with that. Definitely, without a doubt. I believe exactly a strong delusion. I said that in many of my videos because I be running over here trying to get the Most High to tell me something new or something different. You know why I do that? It's because what I'm seeing, I'm going to be honest, I'm trying to avoid what I'm seeing. You see what I'm saying? And he said, you ain't getting away with that. I ain't finna change nothing. Like you sit and you would tell them that I ain't coming, I ain't coming for you either. In no way, in no fake shape, form, or fashion to change nothing. My will is sealed on. No. And he said that there is a strong delusion. See, and I asked him about that, and he told me, yes, there is. But he said he put it on him. Second Thessalonians. That's probably where it's at. But he said he put it on him. That's right. And before I got on here, I was really into it, and I learned some really good stuff, y'all. I learned some good stuff this evening. A whole lot of good things this evening, which I had no idea because I never read into it. But and it was in Jeremiah. And I was like, wow. But and it be bothering me because I be trying to figure out why ain't they teaching that sort of stuff around about now. They're not. I don't know. Most likely tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, I think the door of forgiveness is closed. Okay, let me explain to what I'm saying. When he's telling me that it's finished, it's over, that don't mean that for a person to have a heart to forgive or the desire, you already in there, you just don't know it. You get what I'm saying? The door is not closed for you. Do you see the point I'm making? It's not closed for those who even have the thought. When I'm reading what you're saying, do you know if the door of forgiveness is closed? You saying that to me saying it to you, and I'm coming a different route than your senses. I'm coming from the spiritual route. For someone to post something like that and say that in the live chat, I can tell you the door is not closed for you, but it's closed for those who thinking. Okay, I see the example. You remember the 10 virgins, how they thought they can go and come back and the door gonna be waiting for them to go in? Did you know they didn't even have the oil? Do you know in Noah and the ark, once that rain start, where they see that it continued to continue rain, they start running toward where Noah was at. But it was too late. You get what I'm saying? But those that y'all already have, see, you don't have to be who everybody trying to portray that you have to be. You just have to be the best that you know how in y'all. Because my prayer to him every day, forgive me for my ugliness, the things I say ugly, the things I do ugly, the things I do to displease you, because I'm ugly. I'm ugly. I make sure I let him know that this is how I feel on the outside. Why? Because he got me on the inside. And when you post, do you know if the door of forgiveness is closed now? Yes, it is. For those who thinking that they can come in such a wicked heart and mind. But when a person say that to me, I feel inside it's like a compassion, like all of us should have. Just that word, say the door of forgiveness. You listening to me talking, you listen to me responding, but you don't know my heart. And just to have that, if the door of forgiveness, oh, then you say it's closed. That just does something to me from the inside. And I know where it's coming from. It's coming from the Ruach. And he wants you to know that no, not for those who are already in there. And that don't mean in there as far as being perfect and excellent and sinless. No, that's not what he's talking about. That's not what he's talking about. So for you, most likely that door is not closed. Okay. But see what is actually happening. Everybody is doing all kind of wickedness, babe. Everybody's doing all kind of unjust to people, doing people wrong, doing all kind of things, and showing up even at their church on Bible class and Sunday school and all the events. They showing up at these feast days, all these holy days, and representing all this stuff. And then the study guy told them, y'all ain't go after a while, he ain't gonna be caught up in y'all feast days. He's not gonna be in y'all feast days. He ain't gonna have nothing to do with you, because a lot of people are role playing, baby. But the word, when it says, when you say, if the door of forgiveness is closed, that does something for me. And I think it's, like I say, it's the Ruach that's in me to want me to let you know, not for you. So how about that? How about that? He said, not for you. So you deal with him as the door is open, as if you didn't walked into the door. That's how you deal with him. You see? And don't let nobody tell you nothing no different than what I just said, because the door is open for you. Okay. Yeah, he left a light, but he told Satan, whatever you do, just leave that light on. Satan said, I don't have no problem with that. I'm going to have a time. Why wouldn't Satan have a problem with that? Because listen to what y'all did. Y'all made two gates. He made a narrow gate and a broad gate. The broad gate leads to destruction. That's Satan's gate. Why did you make that gate for Satan? You see, Satan ain't going to disappoint y'all. Satan is not going to disappoint y'all. He's looking at the fact that, hey, he didn't give me the kingdom in the heavens, but I sure got it on the earth. See, y'all, that's how y'all got to think. He's looking at the fact that I'm ruling on the earth. You see? He gonna even hand his power to the beast. See, we don't understand, and I'm gonna tell y'all, through my journey, I learned that the sea obey Yah, the mountains, the trees, the oceans, everything, the wind, everything obey Yah, except for us, human. You see, even Satan obey Yah. Do y'all know that in Genesis chapter 1, it is revealed, plainly seen, the power of Yah is his right hand, which is Christ, in Genesis 1, verse 26. Genesis 1, verse 3. Genesis 1, verse 6. Genesis 1, verse 8, I think it is, or 9. All the way down, you see his power. Cutting up. When his word spoke, his power brought it forth. And what happened? He seen it was good. See, people didn't know that the word and the power is one of the same. But then he saw it was good. Why was he constantly saying he saw that it was good? He liked what he was creating because his power was a nail in his word. So a lot of us don't really understand that Satan knows about the right hand. When he wanted to go to Job and send Job and take Job, you know what he told the father? I ain't finna mess with Job. You ain't gonna get me to go on Job. I know you got a hedge around Job. I ain't finna bother Job. He said, no, go on, try my servant Job. Oh, no. I ain't finna mess with Job. You think Job ain't who he is? Because that hedge you got around him, Satan got more sister. No, I ain't gonna go over there and mess with Job. And the father continued to convince him, here, try Job. And you know what he said? He said, I tell you what, where that hand? That's what Satan said. And when Satan said that, I got disappointed. I said, how is it Satan know about your right hand? How did Satan know about your right hand? And these men and women on the earth don't know. That bothered me. Satan told him, no, I ain't finna mess with Job. I don't care. Here, go and get Job. I ain't finna deal with Job. He said, only way I'm gonna deal with Job if you do one thing. Satan reasoning with y'all. He said, I tell you what, bring that right hand out. See, Satan knows that the power of Yah is in that right hand. That's who created all things. That's who he was talking to when he said, let us. Come on, power, let's bring this forth. You see? They never knew it. That's who the beloved was. The only begotten was. That's why the Son of Man came as the Son of Man born of a woman. Okay? But the Son of Yah came to assist the Son of Man. Because what? He was bringing down, the Son of Yah was bringing down the word and the power. And that's why the Son of Man kept telling people, when you see me, you see the Father, because his Son, what? His word and his power. Hey, sit right here on my right side, until I make that earth your footstool. How you gonna do that? I'm gonna pull out my power. Don't tell me that people it's lost. It's not lost with a cause and without one. So when Satan was going to take on, when Satan wanted to take on Job, Satan was sitting here telling the father, I know you got a hedge around him, and he ain't doing what he doing for you for nothing. And then the father asked him, no, but here you go. You can have him. You can do what you please. Said, no, you ain't finna get me to mess with Job. But I tell you what, I get Job. Put that right hand on him. Because Satan knows that Yah's power is in his right hand. He knows it. That's all power is in the Father's right hand. So he told him, but you put that right hand on him, I get him. So what did it say? After Satan said that to the Most High Yah, you know what Yah said? Yah touched Job. And then he said, you can have him now. And Satan said, I got him now. Because why? The Father put his hand on him. And here we today don't even understand whatever goes on in the earth today. Don't be worried. Don't be afraid. Don't be caught up and concerned. This same one that I've learned since I was 4 years old, that he got all power in that right hand and that stretched out arm, that means he can deal with any and everything. That's the one that's going to be your protector, y'all, when you get up out of here. That's the one you're going to be looking. They had it when they came out of Egypt. That power. How you think that sea got pulled to the side? How you think the army drowned? Come on now. See, y'all didn't know that because they won't teach y'all that. Because they don't know nothing about that right hand. They don't know nothing about that power of y'all. Cloud falling them by by day and fire or whatever falling them by night. That was all that power of who y'all is. We didn't even see it coming. And what got me, he was talking about, and the whole host of heaven brought them out. I was like, wait a minute. You mean the whole host of heaven had something to do with this too? He said, yeah, Deborah, Moses didn't do nothing. This ain't about Moses. But see, what he's saying is, and I understand what the Father is saying. He said, every time you learned when you was a young girl, you learned that they took it out of my power, my glory, and my honor, and who I am. And they created it as something man done. So he said, when they got to really reading the book, they glorify man and didn't glorify Yah. That's why in Romans 1, he said in verse 18 and 19, he said they knew the truth. They knew the truth in unrighteous. Ooh-wee, that's deep. You mean to tell me they knew truth? And you tell me they knew the truth in unrighteous, Father? Yes, Deborah. It was in them already. But they chose the unrighteous, even though truth was in them to do what is right. So he let them go the way of their ways. And that's why they became the way that you see that they are. But it was also a part of what snuck out of Solomon and Gomorrah, also that Roman in the book of the first chapter of Romans. So what I'm saying is, it's a sad thing that we at the end, y'all, and we never knew the power of Yah. We never gave him glory and honor for his power. But when I'm talking to you all, talking about a backpack, and I'm talking to you all about spirit and truth, and I'm talking to you about a light, put all that in your backpack. Because when you finish having what you have in your backpack, that power is going to lead you up out of here with all that you have. You see? And it's going to be okay to leave whoever and everything behind, because all that you're going to have in your backpack in spirit and truth in your life, you're going to be leaving. You don't even have a feeling to turn around and say, I forgot this, or I got to get this, or my mother, or my daddy, or my husband, or my wife, or my children. Either they're going to know the way based on how the right hand of the Father power is leading them, or they're going to be left behind. It ain't going to be something where you're going to be boo-hoo and saying, I left this, I left this, I left it. And what's going to shock them is when you start seeing them heathens walking side by side. I'm in trouble. I think I done got myself in some trouble. That's what's going to pull up. Coming up out of here. They might not go to that promised land, but they're going to go all the way, just about. But they're going to walk in because they're going to help you take what you got up in there. You didn't know that either, because these men ain't going to teach you that. So when you're thinking that they're not teaching you, you're thinking they're teaching you how to love your people and to do this. Use a lie. We ain't had unity in our nation in ever. We had Al Sharp, which was a snake. What's his name? Al Sharp and what's that other so-called black man with them bubble eyes? All of them were sharps. They were snakes in the grass. They'll go up against their people at a blink of an eye. None of them. Even that dark-skinned African-looking attorney who comes to defend black people every time you on the news when they didn't kill somebody, he always come in and defend them. He's another Al Sharp. All of them, y'all, they ain't coming in here to defend you. If y'all don't defend you, you can't be defended. That man is doing things for dollars, and you're going to get the last drop It's him and how he reasoned with the heathens. And then you get the drop load and you be so, and these women, they can take their sons and they be so content with getting a few pennies. I know you can't bring them back alive. And a lot of times you can't do nothing about what they done. But Sister Deborah, all the situations in my life, I always said, Father, help me to accept the things I cannot change. But if anything has to happen, I know for a fact he's going to prepare me way ahead of time. And when he prepared me way ahead of time, I'm going to ask him, let me see and behold your glory. Because that's what I'm want out of him. And that's what I say, even when I pray for my children, save them. I pray that you sanctify them, set them aside for your purpose, your will. Fill them with your Ruach, Father. But I want to say to you, not my will as a mother. I'm just a mother praying for her children. But thy will that was before the foundation be in them. That is in your will and your way. Oh, no, I don't interfere with it. Now, things happen and anything could happen. My prayers is just, whatever you do, I know that I have accepted the fact that life and death, and this is so much stuff he's preparing me for. Because me too, I'm going to lose out too, y'all. I'm no different than nobody else. I'm going to lose out. I already know I am. But you think for 1 minute that I'm going to forsake him? He ain't going to let me. He ain't going to let me. 4 years old, he been dealing with me. Anything go down, when my son hung himself, I had from, say, about 2.5 weeks, maybe 3, to prepare. I didn't know my son was going to hang himself, but the Yah prepared me from the spirit for what was about to happen. Everything that have ever happened in my life, Yah always show up and show out ahead of time in me. He does it from the inside. So when we're caught up in the things that's going on, you know how you can get over that? Is believe what he said he gonna do and what he has done. Don't trust the mouths of all these people, y'all, telling you all, oh no, this, and this. Like, you know why they getting ready for the second Exodus? They ready to clown like the first Exodus did when they got over in the wilderness. That's why. Why would he have you over here 400 years and you end up leaving out to go to the promised land? And no one is really going to be able to really give him what is due him. But I believe that small remnant, and I think, matter of fact, I think that's what I read also today, come to think of it, something similar to that in Jeremiah, that they're going to be praising him. And I got to get on that too, because he was saying that they're going to be praising him and singing glory to him. And I'm like, who is that? And this is during the time where the Exodus is taking place. You see what I'm saying? Why ain't they worried about Babylon falling? And because they're going to be more worried. They going to have no worries. Yah is not going to allow you. You're going to see something, miracles and signs that he's going to do to get you from the four corners to where he have you in the wilderness. But don't you ever believe what these people on this devil platform telling you. Just trust in him. Do you think it's important to know how he's going to do it or that he's going to do it? Trust is not based on how he's going to do it. It's based on him doing it. Trust in him to do it. Because how he's going to do it, you're going to have a million different people telling him, we coming this way, we going this way, we going here. Look at him talking about to Africa. Everybody still giving Africa all that glory. It's no way he's going to take you backwards. He's not going to take you into the land of Africa. Too much voodoo, witchcraft, and Satanism has been in that land based on Ham's lineage. A whole lot of witchcraft, sorcery. Matter of fact, I believe that's where it breed or come from, Africa. So it wasn't called Africa back in them days, but that's why I know it's amongst those people. Okay. For his name's sake, exactly. He sure has. Yes, he has. For his name's sake, he has reserved. He is for his name's sake. And I like that because that's said for his will and his power have I reserved minds. Watch my power. Watch what my power do. Praise the Most High Yah. Jesse Jackson. That's it. I was trying to come up with that name. Somebody got it. Jesse Jackson. You knew who I was talking about. It's the least a mother can do is to pray for her children. You are so right. Louis Farrakhan, he's in there too. He didn't swoop the coop. Nobody ain't never thought of it. How is it you're going to get out in such a time, a critical time as this? You're going to pull away and vanish. Now he shows up. I think I don't know. It's some things that they do, but he's retired. Now all these men you done led, knowing that when you was in the hospital dying, that Yah came to you and told you to get it right. I'm talking about the Farrakhan. He told him to do it right. But he's leaving out. This is what I'm saying. Farrakhan, if y'all really think Farrakhan is what is it? Islam, Farrakhan, his whole little group thing, never did anything for black people. Never. Never done anything for black people. Never did. So it ain't no, that's why I said, why y'all talking to Oprah? Farrakhan? None of them. And but that's just like those who said they're the true people. You don't see them trying to unite. You don't see them trying to do anything to bring people together. They never did, y'all. But yet they can say something about Oprah and Tyler Perry with all this money and they ain't done. The world does take care of its own. That shows you a part of the world. You still taking care of your own. You ain't never taken care of no nation or never did anything for your people. And I don't know where they getting that from. Kanye ain't never turned around and do anything for none of his people. Kyrie, nobody, none of them. They sold out to Satan to do his will. Farrakhan, same way. Oh, that's their original name? Okay. See, the thing about it is, I have realized that he said in a certain time that he was seeing a certain people and they're going to be bold. I like the ideal of boldness. A lot of times people don't understand that a righteous man come in many forms. We got a lot of righteous men out here, but no one wants to listen to them. We have a lot of righteous men out here, but no one wants to listen to them. That matches ever since the earth began. They always go up against the righteous men. You see, they preferring the unrighteous men. But yes, we got a lot of righteous men out here preaching. But the ones that I believe that's really out here are the bold ones. They're not laughing with you. They're not playing with you. They're not joking with you. And a lot of them you won't see on this devil platform, but they are out there. There is a lot of righteous men out there. Yes, yes. There are times I get on, let me show you an example. Sometimes I get on, TikToks. And let me tell you something. There is a lot of those men that's on TikTok. And I mean from 80 on down, talking with a lot of boldness about righteous. I mean, they are led it out. You see? But one thing people don't understand, those that are walking in the light, which are the righteous ones, that's the one least and less heard. You got to consider the narrow gate, very few shall find their end. So if he created the narrow gate to lead to life, and the majority of the people are going through the broad gate that leads to destruction, now you can see the difference between the two. And he said, very few shall find the life, the gate that leads to life, which is to righteous. And this is, we have a lot of men, because I sit back and let me see if I let me pull up one or two. I can't believe the things that they say, and it just does something to me. Let me see if I can pull them up. I'm just going to see if I can pull them up, because every time I hear them say it, I make sure I download it, because what they saying, you know, I'm gonna tell you, Farrakhan got this one guy called 19 Keys. 19 Keys, he will be really, really, really good if he stay away from these other men, because he's a real good speaker, but he allowed too many voices of men to enter into him. But he's a power punch. Now, he, I believe, was a Muslim at one time. He should be still one, but the way he teaches is different than that. Yes, he teach outside of it, but I think he was a part of that. Him and another guy, Priest. Those are two men that carry so much boldness in speaking with, I say, a pen, needle, or light. And 19 Keys, he says a lot of things, and sometimes I'd be saying, but Father, how did he get that? You know, first thing reason why I'm saying how did he get, I said, he's a Muslim. How did he get that? That's why with Sister Deborah, y'all come wherever he want to go. He come through whomever he want to come through. And that's what we run around here and try to limit him and tell him, oh, well, no, you can't come through that. Well, wait a minute, hold up. How you going to tell who Yah can have as his vessel when he told you, if you don't, I have the rocks to cry out? Why is the rocks going to cry out for me? Why did he have a donkey to speak? Come on now. See how they limit him in his power, telling him that, oh, this one not supposed to speak, or this one here don't take no heed to them, or these white people this here, or these Indians here, or these. This is how Judah is. But yet he has not shown any positive out of himself toward the Most High Yah, who placed him under his name. He can't say nothing. But there's a lot of them out there. Yes, ma'am. No, let me give you. Let me give you something. I said I was gonna do that. Let me see if I can. But 19 Keys, he be saying some things, and I don't look at nobody perfect. That's another thing, you guys. It's not something I look at to see if a man is perfect. I'm not perfect, so I don't look for this whole idea of perfect. You see what I'm saying? Wait a minute, let me see if I can find one. Oh no, this is not one. Never look for them to be perfect, you guys, because when we really understand, and that's how they trying to teach you that, oh, my camp is perfect, my camp. But you know what? This one European said something on one of these young men talk shows. He said, how is it that the Israelites go around here and think that they are the people and they are this and that, and all their camps believe in something different? Did y'all know that? I knew that. But this is what bothers me. When the heathens have to tell our people some type of truth, that bothers me. Why does our people notice that? All the camps, do y'all know they like gang banging against each other? Do y'all know they can't come on unity? I know y'all don't know that. No, nobody can come into one. No, Jordan had a messed up attitude from the beginning. He was sold out. I feel sad for Michael Jackson. His daddy sold his whole body to the elites. Yep, Michael Jackson daddy sold his whole body to the elites, and it's sad. Michael Jackson never had a chance. He sold his whole body. Did I ever show y'all my baby girl? I just came across her picture. Oh, where's she at? That's my baby girl. That's my baby girl. I'm trying to find a good one so I can. I got so many on here, and I don't know if I just every time I hear a man talk. Okay, listen. Here go one, y'all. Here go one, And I ain't gonna work you out. I promise you, I won't.
Listen, brother, it's cheaper to keep it, brother. But it's deeper than just financial, it's more spiritual. Cross a good woman if you want to, you'll never get back up again. And then when God gives you a woman and all you see is her elevating you and you growing and you still want to tear her down, that's you slapping God in the face. God will take everything from you. Listen, brother, it's cheaper to keep her, brother. But it's deeper than just financial, it's more spiritual. Cross a good woman if you want to, you'll never get back up again.
See, that's when I hear men talking like that. These are bold men. They're not on these medias. They're not on here trying to get likes and subscribers, but they want to put some positive out there because they are fed up with a lot of things being said. What he just said, I think y'all heard him. Did everybody hear him? I know. I don't know if y'all heard him, but one thing he was saying is so true, and I like how he stuck. Did you see him? Oh, he's a good speaker. Oh, really? Eric Thomas? Oh, wow. I would love to hear him because what I'm saying is they don't be speaking negative toward the men and they don't be speaking negative toward the women. They just bringing you into a role of a way that we can come into unity. And I like what he called it spiritual. You see what I'm saying? And what this man just, I'm gonna see who in the live chat can get this. Let me see which one of y'all gonna get this. What they young, let me see if I can pull it up again.
As much as I didn't want to believe this, I'm starting to really believe that these new generation of men, they hate women. And the reason why I'm saying this, man, is because these women have sacrificed so much and they've compromised so much to the point where there's
and boy, and to hear them talk like that, and I'll be saying, Father, and reason why I feel, this is Sister Deb, the reason why I feel that these guys are legit in Yah, because the things that they're saying
you don't even have to have money. You don't even have to personally be their type as far as looks. All they want you to do is be able to provide the things that are free. Honesty, loyalty, respect, time, affection, attentiveness. Like, they want all the things that are free and y'all can't even give that to them. Are you serious? They put everything aside. Women are out here even marrying men. They are proposing to men. And y'all can't even give them the things that are free, a listening ear. Y'all don't even make them feel protected. Y'all don't make them feel safe. Y'all can't even make them feel appreciated. Do you know that appreciation is free? Do you know that support is free? Do you know that loyalty is free? Do you know that respect is free? Do you know that making them feel desirable is free? Y'all can't even do the things that are free? Do you even like women? Do you even love women? Do you really want to marry women? Like, I hate to say it. Like, I take up for us often, man, but it's scary. Do y'all actually hate women? As much as I didn't want to believe this, I'm starting to really believe that these new generation of men, they hate women. And the reason why I'm saying this, man, is because these women have sacrificed so much and they've compromised so much to the point where they're saying you don't even have to have money. You don't even have to personally be there.
And the reason why I didn't do this here, you guys, it's just when I be hearing so much negative, and I try to figure.
When God gives you a woman,
let watch. What's the key to what he said? Anybody in the live chat? What is the key to what this man is saying?
Everything from you. Listen, brother, it's cheaper to keep her, brother, but it's deeper than just financial. I'm talking about spiritual. Cross a good woman if you want to, you'll never get back up again. And then when God gives you a woman and all you see is her elevating you and you growing and you still want to tear her down, that's you slapping God in the face. God will take everything from you. Listen, brother, it's cheaper to keep her, brother, but it's deeper than just financial. I'm talking about spiritual. Cross a good woman if you want to, you'll never get back up again.
You know what that man just, I don't know if he know that he is quoting right where he said, he told the men to deal with the women as the weaker vessel. Okay. And he told them, if you don't, I don't hear your prayers. That's deep. And if a man is going to lead a household and you ain't going to hear his prayer, come on now. So this is what I was saying when I was talking about Pastor Dow. I don't know if y'all know, when I first got on here, I saw his wife and I felt so sad for her. But when I started to feel so sad for her, because the way she was afraid of him, and she had broken veins in her eyes, that's a woman that's stressed, that's frightening, and going through some things. When he had that first wife, he didn't have no other wife but her. But the way he did her, and then the Spirit allowed me to dip into something. Let me share with y'all what the Father showed me. He said, Deborah, his wife is an angel from me. I said, not with that silly man. Oh, no. That silly man. He said, she's an angel. So you see, he always had something from me in the midst of him. But when he see me, he gonna realize who she was all the time. Because I hurt, y'all. I hurt when I saw her. And when he used to have her in the car, she used to be just as scared and frightened, y'all. Beautiful looking woman, but so scared and so sweet and so. And I said, what's wrong with her? She looked like, oh, Father, I felt so sad for her. This was my first time seeing her. I went on that line and I text him, and I'm going to tell you something. This man would not respond. I said, you have done this lady, your wife, so wrong. I thank the Father for allowing her to be the angel that she is, so she can get a better outcome coming in. You are a wicked man and evil. So this was right when I first got on here, 5-something years ago. So I'm just showing you, I knew not him and I knew not her. But this man, I sat and watched her be afraid. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And she couldn't look up. How is she sitting in the car and can't look up? Riding with you, just evil, just evil. But Yah says she's an angel that he sent, and that he thinking he's getting away with something. But yes, his wife is an angel from Yah. See, that's what he was telling us. Y'all, we got 5. He says there can be 5 in the house, 2 against 3. You better watch yourself. If you're not the power of the positive light in the house, run, go into darkness and stay out there. Stay away from the light. Don't make the household dark because you love darkness. But the Father says it's going to be in there. It's going to be like that. He's a very motivated speaker. Eric Thomas. I'm going to have to listen to him. Because I always say, if you got somebody and you find somebody, I told y'all what this white man said to me Friday. He had a estate sale, and me and my ex-husband went there, and we went to just look around and everything. And he said that he kept talking about telling us that he don't want to ever get involved with women or ever get married. Or he say, I'm looking for me a good wife, but I ain't gonna deal with nobody that is not putting God first. I'm gonna date and wait till I get the one. He said he's gonna date until he get the one that put God first. She gonna have to know God from in. You should have heard how this man was talking. I was like, poor thing. What kind of life did he have? And he was 60. No, yeah, 60. I think 2 years old. But he looked like he about 45. He looked real good now. I mean, for his age, you know. But he was just saying. He said because he said, do y'all know any sisters? He said anybody that has God in their heart and let God lead them, because these men better stay out from out of here, because this place is out here. That's horrible. When you learn, y'all, sometimes try it. Let's try that. Let's take this week that's coming and talk to other people outside your race. And a lot of you all probably already do. And you see they respond, it will blow your mind, especially when they begin to tell you something that's true in this biblical book, as far as studying and in what is said. And then they turn around and give you their point of view of what they think. It'll blow your mind. they are saying things, and I'm like, I go back to the Father in prayer, saying, Father, how did that man know that? Because I'm just so caught up in the heathens and Gentiles and Europeans not supposed to know nothing righteous. They're not supposed to know nothing positive. They ain't nothing. They, they evil, wicked, and conniving. And that's the way I just took them in as, even though they have never done anything to me as a person. Never. But I just assumed that that's just who they are. Even after finding out that we are in Deuteronomy 28, and that we were cursed in this situation, it's still something about them, a lot about them that I don't trust. I put it like that. But if y'all bring them in the midst of me, if they talk to me, then I know it is the will of the Father. I just get messed up trying to figure out how they know, have some sort of light, a pin needle or light. How do they know truth? And they do that. They call them wimps, and I don't know where these men get off being so negative to other men if they're not doing what they doing. And I think that's kind of bad, because that's why they do the things that they do. Leon was telling me when I moved back home, he was telling me, I said, what's going on with all these killings and stuff going on? When he gave me the whole lowdown, I said, oh, let me get on back in the house. You got to be gone. You got me. I mean, and he was telling me that the old heads were training the young men to pimp out the younger girls, and the young girls, they go out to hit on these older guys, and the older guys are killing them. Because I was just strange. Every week, my two sisters that's older than I am, they're my oldest sisters, and they was going to funerals of girls 21 and under. And I'm trying to wait, who's killing these babies like this? And I mean, dropping 3 and 4 all on the news a day. These elderly men were having the younger men to get these young girls to date older men, not the men that's getting them to do it. And they were dating these men and taking them for their money, stealing their money out their bank account, stealing their wallets, doing all kind of things. And when these men who thought, well, I got a young woman, I got a virgin, or I got a young woman, oh yeah, I got a young woman, first thing they realize that they've been had, they kill them. They kill them. And I said, these men, that's sad. How you gonna be in your 60s and your 59 and you running around here messing with these young girls and they taking you for your money? Oh, I heard they was breaking bank accounts, and it was he was explaining to me it was a real big time game that was going on in Missouri. I said, you kidding? I said, because he asked me why. He said, why you say that? He said, I say, because my sister and them keep going to funerals. They've been going to a funeral since in the last 2 months since I've been here. And it's always these young girls. And I knew if I could find out what's going on, you would know. He said, yeah, Deborah, they got them doing it. They talk about it all the time. They got him out here doing it. And then he's trying to tell me, do you remember this person? I said, no, but I remember that name. He said, they in it too. I said, you lying. Using these young girls to hit on these young men. Because they thinking they're going to take them for, and the young girls were doing it. It was almost like a pimp sort of things that they had the young men pimp the young girls. And the young girls was pimping in a sense, they had them going after older men. And they was taking these men and breaking their bank accounts. I mean, taking their stuff, not robbing them. Let's put it like that. And I said, that's how they get that. Yep, because he said what happened is a lot of it is backfiring. It started off real good. They were successful and they was getting away with it. But a lot of these men now starting to kill them. You take their bank account, they done retired and you took their money. He said, Deborah, they go out to kill them. And everybody with them. Because it wasn't no one death. It's like it's gonna be 4 girls in the house. They kill every last one. If a baby there, we're gonna kill them too. And these are men that ain't never committed a crime, never done nothing wrong, just got involved with a young girl, thought they can live life all over again. No, in this day and time, if you got somebody, treat them right. Men, treat your wife or your fiance or your girlfriend right. Women, if you got a husband, treat them right. Okay, treat them right. A fiance, treat them right. Do right by them, because it ain't gonna be nothing better. You can go out here and look all you want. You ain't gonna find him. You're gonna run up on Satan and his. He got a lot of sons out there. Don't forget the broad gate is broad. It ain't narrow, it's broad. Now, why would he make his gate narrow and the gate that leads to destruction broad? Come on now. Why in Revelation chapter 20, he called the Lamb book of life one, but he called the books that leads to the lake of fire books. Y'all better watch yourself. Why do Yeshua call the sheep oneness as a oneness, but he called the goats with the S? Because see, y'all don't understand. The broad gate is broad for a reason. Because everybody is falling in love going through the broad gate, from these devil platforms, from everywhere. Everybody's going through the broad gate, and they having a wang dang doodle time. They don't have no problem with it. But another thing that many of them don't understand is that, and they don't care to understand. I think somebody said it earlier. They don't care. Oh, yeah. Did you hear that? When I heard that, I was like, but you should hear to tell the truth of the whole matter. You know it's a cult, because I've already heard, and this is probably 6 months ago, that they still in them nasty trailers. Oh, so you got it on there too? Well, yeah, that's when I heard that. I said, no, y'all lying. They said, that's true. What you say you can't and you won't, huh? You never know. Yep. Never say never. An unbeliever. But don't think he don't sit up day and night wishing he would have stuck with and wonder if I would have just stayed where I should have stayed. But a lot of them know they can't come back. See, you give him the daughters, and you've been all those years, and he wasn't a believer. But even being a unbeliever, I can guarantee you he dread leaving, because ain't nothing out there. Would you say you great with just Yah? He wants me one-on-one. I know that's right. And you know what? It's sad though. It's real sad because of where we at, the judgment itself, and the time period we're in. You say you rather be single than be in a bad marriage. But yeah, I probably got about 15 TikTok videos. Some of them real long with them just talking, but like I said, that guy named 19 Keys, he could be a good role model for our nation. But I think he's from that Islam community, even though he don't act like it. But they want to dip into all this here science and the new AI and all of that. And see, they don't see, that's what I'm saying. They thinking this world gonna offer them something better. And that's a sad thing when we think that the world gonna give us something better than they have given us. It's no such thing. But in their minds, they figure that since they got, that's just how people on YouTube, you got people on YouTube feel that they got so many subscribers and so many likes, they can say any and everything they want, even if they know that it's not true. Even if it is, if it's a lie, they just feel that this, I've got enough people to believe my lies, so they'll believe anything I say. And they use their platform for just trying to be a god to somebody themselves. Mm-hmm. That's right. You sure right. You don't even have to look. Sure right about that. Now I know that. Huh? Married 5 years. Divorced 6 years. What are you saying? 2 boys. A narcissist. They said I married. He committed adultery in another court hiring in 2 weeks. What are you saying? But see, that's another thing. Don't look. Oh, you giving up looking AI. And you know what? I don't hey, that's strictly demonic. And I don't care what nobody say. And my son was explaining to me when we talking to what's that lady, that machine, seer, see, I don't know, y'all, because I ain't had now. I ain't know what he talking about. Because they said that they seeing you through your TV, they hearing you, they know. And I knew it was a reason why they're knowing everything I'm saying. And I'm like saying, how is they doing that? If I have my laptop off, my phone off, but my TV be on. So this one guy was showing you that how they do it. And I was like, oh, that is off the chain. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alexa. That's it. You right. And I ain't never had that. I don't know what that is, but my son was telling me she can hear you talk and bring up what you're talking about. And I'm like, he was telling me how it's in all the televisions as well. They hear you, and when you turn your television on a channel or something or a commercial, or when you're on YouTube, you end up with people who are saying what you just said, and you be wondering how could that be? And it's because they got them. They got it in the television. And I'm like saying, we ain't gonna be able to win this here, y'all. We ain't gonna be able to win this. But we can stay on y'all side, I'll tell you that. Oh, okay. Turn them off. Don't have Alexis and turn off. See, I don't deal with none of them. None of them. Oh, you guys. I want to share something with you all. And I don't want you all to take it the wrong way. I know you're not going to. Uh, early yesterday morning, the Father was dealing with me on something that was pretty heavy. Let me just leave it right here. You remember First Peter? Because I better not tell y'all. I better not say that. I know it's what he's saying, but this is kind of. But let me take it this route. In First Peter chapter 4, in verse 17. We was on that earlier. And he said, verse 17, it is said, for the time is come that the judgment must begin at the house of Yah. And if it first began at us, now listen to Peter. He's letting us know that the judgment of Yah is going to start with the house of Israel. What he was sharing with me yesterday, I thought I was going to escape this. That our people are going to start dying in great numbers. Okay? In great numbers. And this is why this morning he gave me this. It's because he knew yesterday morning he was dealing with me on that. And in me was, we've been in captivity for a long time and in bondage, Father, thou knowest. So now, why would we be dying by great numbers? And then when he told me to quicken this morning when I went back to bed, not back to bed, but to lay down for a few more minutes, he said, the whole house is in trouble. So don't think it was the eclipse. Don't put a lot of emphasis on thinking that somebody is going to do something to us or is doing this. Yah said for his name's sake, that means my will and my power is going to show up. And the house of Judah and Israel is going to not only see it, but they're going to feel the impact. Before he can do anything in a way to the heathens and the Gentiles and the Europeans and all of them, he has to send a message to us. Honestly, I salute him on that, because I think 400 years and we still walking around here like we entitled, or like we ain't done nothing, and we united, we are together, and we are in him, and we walking in him, and we talking in him, and we ministering, and we teaching. But he said that, have you not noticed it's past 400 years? And I'm not done with the house of Israel yet. The judgment. And he was telling me about how in the last 3 years, you've been telling the people about the judgment and the wrath and the fire kindle. And he said, you notice you don't see them budge. All you see them doing is the same thing and worse. He began to tell me about how we're destroying our own tribe. And we're doing it with a smile. We're doing it as if it's nothing wrong. It's nothing, it's all good. Because for so long, 400 years, they still ain't figured out why they were they at. So the curse itself, to them, it didn't affect them. That's how they see it. And y'all might not believe that, but that's how people think today. That's how our tribe think today. The house of Israel, the tribe of Judah, were walking around like, when he ain't done nothing to me, ain't nothing going on, ain't nothing. But see, we never saw the 400 years and the purpose of the will of the Father, allowing that. We never saw it. We never Even to today, we still don't think of it as something that he done because of what we done. So we're going to come out of it. We're waiting for him to take us out. Take us out of where? We're waiting him to take us out of a situation we think that we are in because somebody put us here. We still didn't respect that it was his will. For his name's sake are we here. So what has to happen? I have to bring them to where they need to be. There is many of things that the house of Israel is going to experience. And it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. So when he was dealing with me yesterday morning on that, the first thing I was thinking, when we've been here 400 years and they had us in captivity, and I know that, this is your will, and but this here nailed it this morning. The house, I told them that I'm going to judge them. And see, they don't have no respect for the idea that I am a judge. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Even if they listening, or if they are listening and taking heed, I'm going to be about what I say. And I told them the judge have to start. I have to judge them first. Because I said, but these heathens, these Gentiles out here killing like crazy. They destroying by great numbers. Yes, they are. Look at their numbers and look at Judah, the house of Israel numbers. Just look at it. You think Israel going to come out of it? Not if the way they continue to do each other. Matter of fact, my judgment is on them. They ain't coming out. So that's why every last one of you all go to Deuteronomy 28, starting with verse 19 and pull on down. You're all going to be disappointed. Y'all going to be disappointed because y'all going to say to yourself, how is it that I didn't know this? What does he mean? Why is he saying this? Why is he? All because your tribe reject revealing it all to you. And y'all had an end game. And we didn't salute the end game, you guys. We were supposed to see the end game, understand it, feel that thing, live that thing, and praise the Most High Yah in it. We were supposed to have salute Deuteronomy 28. We're supposed to look at it and say, okay, saluting it mean, okay, Father, we did what you said we did. It's called owning that thing. Own that thing. Feel that thing. And you know what? They're waiting for him to come get them, to take them to the promised land. And don't even know what actually took place and why they end up where they end up. So that leads you to understand they don't give a rat's behind about all the things that was done to them and their ancestors in this land. They really don't care. They don't care about no history. They don't care about how they were done and what took place, because they still living in the moment of their pleasures, their desires, and their wants, and their feelings and their emotions. And they forgot all about all those people that lost their lives. Can you do something about it? No. But the Father wanted you to understand those 400 years, you were to salute it. You were to salute the 400 years because you're saying to me, I get you, Father. I understand you. I get it now. I get it. He said, ain't no one saluted the idea that I put them in this curse for a reason. And the reason now you understand. That's why he said, you running around here owning Deuteronomy 28, but you might be the only one that's doing that, Deborah. You salute Deuteronomy 28. Why? Because you fully understand it. And the reason why you fully understand it, because I had to take you to the wilderness to break it down to you. So even Deuteronomy 28, it tells you he's gonna destroy you. Matthew 24 and 7. Matthew 24 and what was that? 18? Let me see. Matthew 24 and watch this here. Matthew 24 and verse 89. All these are the beginning of sorrow. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. My name's sake meaning my will and my power has orchestrated them to hate you. What's going on? What did I do, Father y'all? What's going on? I ain't talking to you, Deborah. You already understand. I saluted Deuteronomy 28. I saw him. I felt him. I understood him. And what he did when he took me to the wilderness to understand and to understand it, he showed me, Deborah, I've been with these people all these thousands of years, working side by side. He said, Deborah, you can't even count the battles I fought for them. I destroyed people, millions of people for the house of Israel. I took millions of people's land for the house of Israel. I gave so much to these people that I put under my name. And here it is. They did me worse each time I got them out. I anointed people to speak with them, to be in the midst of them. You know what they did to them? He said they killed him. They killed him. That's why it was so easy for them to say, crucify the Messiah. Crucify him. See, y'all don't get that, do you? These are not people that has any type of feelings. But guess what? Y'all brought them down here like that. Guess why? Y'all suffered Israel to be the ugliest people on the earth for a reason. Y'all suffered Israel to be the worstest people on the face of the earth for a reason. And it's a sad thing that it never was told. But let me share it with you. The reason why you're going to be hated and the things that they're going to do to you. During the 400 years, you never got it. You had 400 years. And then they wake up, say, I'm awakened. What are you awakened to? Stupidity? You're supposed to awaken to spirit and truth, you guys. Not all this stuff that they're talking about. So what happened? Yah is going to Mount Zion. And he's going to charge it to get right. He's going to speak it in his power, going to see to it that the promised land is restored. That's why Israel and Palestine over there tearing it up, over in that area tearing it up. You all thinking they warring against each other. No, they trying to tear up what they know y'all going to build up. How about that? How about that? Y'all didn't know that, did you? No, you didn't know that. Y'all thinking they over there warring for their reason. No, baby. They trying to tear it up because they know already. They know what y'all have rejected. During the 400 years, you should have studied it. You should have found out, or you should have read, or you should have know it by now. But they knew it. That's why they over there thinking they tearing it up. But they don't understand the promised land that he going to speak to it. When y'all speak, it's going to be restored like unto the Garden of Eden. And he's coming to take us home. Back to the promised land. Who is that? Who are you coming for? The ugliest people on the face of the earth. Why? See, what y'all didn't know, he needed the world to see you at your nakedness, where he's seen you. See, y'all saw y'all, Israel, at your nakedness. Your nakedness is ugly to him. You the ugliest people on the face of the earth to the Most High Yah. He's seen your nakedness. And the world is going to see your nakedness. That's what they're going to really hate. They already hate you for their own reason, but the whole world is going to hate you for the nakedness that you are, meaning a people, ugly acting people. A lot of things our people have done and still doing, we give them credit and we make people think they bothering us. But you ain't even seeing what your people are doing. Your own nation, killing each other, destroying each other. So y'all say, when these people, Deborah, have always been like this. Deborah, these people ain't gonna get no better. Deborah, they come down here like this. Deborah, they've been like this for thousands of years. Deborah, if they disrespect me, who is more to be disrespected. He should be in the one that's not disrespected because he's the creator. But we, the people that he put under his name, we are the only nation that has dishonored, disrespect, polluted his name. And none of them would teach y'all that we done that. But that's the truth of the whole matter. So y'all say, I tell you what, I know y'all was an ugly people anyway. Why ain't you out? It's been past 400 years. How you like me now? Most High say, how you like me now? It's past 400 years. Why ain't you out? I got to get the people to hate you. And their hate is going to see you at your nakedness. And at the same time they looking at your nakedness, I'm going to judge your bad tears. And when it's at the worst of the worst, guess what? I'm coming for you. I'm coming for what is mine. And guess what? The whole world, all the nations and the heathens is going to see me to be the I am. They're going to praise me and they're going to exalt my name. When I take Israel out from the four corners and restore the worst of the worst. See, that's why you're going to be the worst of the worst. It's because he's going to show them through his power how he's going to restore you. And then he says, Deborah, all the nations shall know that I am. They shall glorify me. They shall praise me. They will exalt me, Deborah. When, Father? When they see me take the ugliest people on the earth and clean them up and restore them. That is such a beautiful blessing, because there are things that we as a people have done to the creator. Now, it ain't that we did it to the heathens, the Gentiles, and other nations. It ain't that we did it to ourselves or to each other. We did it to the creator himself. But he knew that we was that ugly people. That's why he's going to show the whole world that he's going to restore the ugliest people on the face of the earth. And then the world going to say, oh man, truly he is the I am. Truly he is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Truly. They're going to start glorifying him. They're going to start magnifying him. They're going to start exalting Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's. Yeah. That's beautiful. And you know, when he had to break that down, because I was disappointed, because I said, I'm getting tired of reading in this instructions and direction, talking about the heathens. I'm so, every time you turn around, and the heathens going to know, and the heathens going to know, and the heathens going to know, and the nations shall know. What is this with them? Why you all up on them and loving on them? What's this deal? Deborah. Now listen to his outcome. You know the other nations, Deborah, they got their own God. You know the heathens, they got their own God. You know these Europeans, don't they got Christians? They got their own God. See, these nations, they ain't bothering me. They weren't doing nothing to me. They weren't disrespecting me. They weren't dishonoring me. But those that I had under my name, they profaned my name. They dishonored me. They disrespect me. And they disrespected me today, year 2024. The one that I put under my name. But those other nations, the heathens and Gentiles and the Europeans, China, all of them, they're not bothering y'all. They ain't done nothing to y'all. They evil, they wicked, they gonna be who they are. What? But with their God. See, they got their own God. Y'all don't get what I'm saying. So therefore, what Yah is saying, Israel didn't have the respect for me. But all the other nation that got their own God, they're going to worship me, Deborah. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. I can tell you, you don't get it. The Father saying that the other nations, the heathens, and the other nations is going to exalt his holy name. They're going to magnify him. They're going to glorify him. I'm like, what? Yes, Deborah. You know when they're going to do that? Is when I take the ugliest people that I put under my name and restore them and bring them to holiness and clean them up. And when they see that done, then they're going to magnify me, Deborah, when they had their own God. They're going to glorify me when they had their own God. They're going to exalt me when they had their own God. They're going to turn to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, God. If you don't see that in that, something wrong with you. Because why would they do that? Why would they glorify him? Why would they magnify him? Why would they exalt him? It's because throughout their instructions and direction, over and over and over and over again, he kept saying, and the heathen's going to know, and the heathen's going to know, and the Gentiles shall know, and the Gentiles shall know, and all the nations shall know. And I'm in me. I'm a prophetess. I'm in the wilderness learning. I'm saying, what is it they're going to know? What is it they should know? They got their own God. They wicked and evil. What is it they're going to know? He said, they're going to come to know that I am. See, y'all don't get it. They're going to come to know that. How they going to come to know that? Because he's going to take Israel up to the mountain, clean their nasty tails up. And when all the nations find out and they see it, they're going to say, truly, that's the Yah or God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're going to worship that God. Y'all, that is beautiful. So that's why he always said, and the heathens shall know, and the Gentiles shall know, or the heathens, he said, other nations shall know. This is why. Because the way he going to clean up old nasty Israel, he's going to call all the nations in Israel, not all of them, but I believe all of them, but not believe him to where all of them are not going to believe him to where many of them going to. Because I had an issue. I got sick of hearing, what's this deal between you, Father, and the heathens? What's this deal between you and the other nations? He said, Deborah, I got a thing with them. It's in my will. It's a part of the end. They're going to come to know who I am. Only one way. One way, y'all. And it's sad, but it's beautiful. They're going to come to know who Yah is after he cleaned up Israel and make her holy. You see? And then they're going to know that he is the I am. If they read it, their study guide, and they really get into it, they will be shocked to see why throughout the study guide, it keeps saying, and they're going to know, and they're going to know, and they're going to know. And they're going to be wondering why it's important that they know, like I did. And then when I found out, I said, okay. Because see, when they see Israel and Palestine, them over there sending this beautiful picture that they wore and they tearing up the place. Don't forget, Yah is coming back to restore like the Garden of Eden. So when they see that and they see us back into the land, oh man, they're going to know something real. You remember when he said, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. You see, he didn't say the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah knees shall bow and their tongue going to confess, because they ain't never got on the right path with Yah. But it was a reason why. Because to Yah, they were some ugly people that have been ugly for 7, 8, 9,000 years since they've been here. Since he put them under his name. Let's put it like that. Thousands of years. So he's going to clean up what the whole world been seeing us do. How we conduct ourselves, how we act. Because they're going to see us to be the worst of the worst as well on the earth. That's what it's called, seeing our nakedness. They're going to see our errors. They're going to see everything we've been doing, how we've been conducting ourselves, because we're thinking we in a time where we waiting for some ships. Baby, ain't no ship coming for you. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. The right hand of the Father coming for you and going to lead you and guide you all the way. Okay? So when you go talking about ships, you got to think now, he don't have to reason with nobody to get you from one side to the other. All Pharaoh had to do is let the people go. Y'all took it from there. See, that's what I'm saying. We put a limit on him. We try to make him be what we want him to be. All their ships and why do we have to go the way we say he coming? Why can't we see how he did and brought them out over in Egypt? He didn't use nothing that they had. He brought them out his way, and they got to the other side his way. So that's how we got to focus on him and who he is. Somewhere along the line, he said we never gave him the glory that's due him. We never gave him the credit. We never gave him the praise. We never gave him the honor. We constantly keep putting him lower and lower and lower. But we thinking he's going to pull us out of the situation we're in. And he is. But the judgment has to take its course. So I, Sister Deborah, say unto you, there is going to be a lot of life lost this year and next year. We Father, this is a handful, and it all has to do with the judgment of the Most High Yah on the house. A lot of times, he said they didn't understand Jacob's trouble. They make it, all of them, every one of them, make it a different Jacob trouble. A Jacob trouble here is this way. A Jacob trouble here is this way. But know this: when you see Jacob trouble, you know Jacob of the forefathers, he wasn't in that type of trouble. So what trouble is this Jacob in? You better wake up, because we are in a heavy judgment of the Most High Yah. So I say unto you, adversary, quickly, while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee up to be the judge, judge and deliver thee. Oh, yes, and he would trot it down by the Gentiles. Some of Judah has chosen other gods, and yeah, it's a lot of them, and it's sad, but Mount Zion, Mount Zion is desolated, okay, and it really does not even have any life or any form, and that's why he wants us to understand that. So, because if you read in Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah, they'll tell you that he's going to be speaking to that Mount Zion and restoring it. One you can find in Ezekiel 36. At the end, almost at the end of it, he tells you when he finished with it, it's going to be almost, people going to think of it as the Garden of Eden. And when you wonder why they over there tearing it up, is to try to throw off the prophecy. And a lot of things I see that Satan is doing with the people is trying to get everybody to not consider the prophecy. And because they have done an excellent job with that, this is another reason why the tribe of Judah men are not getting themselves in order. You know how he say, get your house in order? You know, and a lot of people look at that house, they want to make it the woman and get her in order and all of this, but their house is their own inner man, which is their spirit. Get your spirit in order. He don't care about your flesh. Get your spirit in order, because that's the only thing he's going to abide in. Praise the Most High Yah. Thank you. Thank you. I, Sister Deborah, say that I appreciate each and every one of you in the live chat. I appreciate you. And let me see what this here. Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute. Or do they believe something else? I hear them acknowledge Jesus, but not as the Son of God. This isn't subject I cannot seem to keep a full answer to. Okay. Come back on there with we're going to deal with the twos. Okay, you got two. I'm trying to, and it's amazing someone didn't step in on that. Okay, we have two. Okay, you'll notice that it's two. It's the Son of. Let's use God. I say Yah, but we say God. There's a Son of God, and there's a Son of Man. There's a reason for that. Let's say that first and foremost. 99.9 are lost in that understanding. People who believe that the Son of God is the Son of Man, they are lost with the cause and without one. And I thank the Most High for allowing them to continue to think like that, because that shows you that they still walking in darkness. We are in the midnight hour, critical time. We're in that day. If you are not walking with a pen, needle, or light, you are walking in total darkness. And a pen, needle, or light is you have a little light to see in the midst of the darkness. There's two. There's a Son of Man and there's a Son of Yah. They work in one mission in the Father. The Son of Man constantly kept telling you, these things that I do is of my Father. He kept leading you to everything that he does, his actions and everything he says. He always referred you to his Father. These things is of my Father. My Father and I are one, which is 100. The Father took the Son of Yah, which is the Son of God, to come down with the Son of Man. Who is the Son of God? The Son of God is God's right hand and his stretched out arm and his word. That's the Son of God. The Son of Man is the sacrifice, the blood sacrifice of the flesh and of the spirit for the sins of the people. The Son of Man played two roles as the sacrifice for the flesh of man and the sacrifice for the spirit of man. A lot of people didn't know that. That's the load that the Son of Man had. But he couldn't come down and complete his mission because every prophet that Yah sent down to complete his mission, they killed. So he said, I tell you what, I'm coming with you. And in spite of people not knowing who he's speaking of, when he said the Son of Yah or the Son of God, that's why people lost today, because they didn't understand he was sending his word and his power. Sit here, Son of Man, on my right hand, till I make that earth your footstool. See, people don't understand the Son of Man sits on the right hand. And why it's called the right hand? Because it's a mighty hand. It's the power of who Yah is. Okay? So he's in safety. He on the right hand. In a throne on the right hand. Many times he told, a lady came and she said, can you allow, I have two sons, one to sit on the left and one to sit on the right. What did Yeshua tell him? She referred to what? The Father in the kingdom. If he was the Father, why is he referring to the ways that the Father has already prepared, separate from him? He tells her that is the will of my Father. He has prepared. who's to sit on the left and on the right. When he go to Gethsemane, the first thing he says, he got in his flesh. Why? Because he was coming to sacrifice in the flesh and in the spirit. The sins of he that is born of the flesh and the sins that is he that is born of the spirit. Because he that is born in the spirit got tied up with the sins like until he that is born of the flesh. So the Son of Man had to come to die in the flesh and in the spirit for all mankind. Okay. So when he came, he got in his flesh. That's why he was disappointed with them. And that one that was in his flesh was the Son of Man. Why was he disappointed? They kept falling asleep because he was in his flesh. He knew that the flesh had to take on the mission to the cross. And he started to feel that thing. That's what Sister Deborah say all the time. Oh, I can feel that thing. When you start to feel that thing, you in there. You strictly into the spiritual realm. When you're able to feel something that's spiritual. Not just speak it. Not just think it and feel it. But feel that thing and confess you can feel it. You in there. You see? So Yeshua was saying, take away this bitter cup. Wait a minute. Who are you talking to? And why are you telling him to take away the bitter cup? And why you want them disciples to stay up? Because you in your flesh. Why? Because I have to die, Deborah, as the Son of Man, not the Son of Yah. You see? So he had to die, not with the power. He had to die, not with the power and not with the word. He had to die as the Son of Man for the sins. You see? So therefore, he was saying, take away this bitter cup, not my will, but thy will. He was saying it to the Father, which is the Son of Yah. Because he was feeling that. He was feeling what? That flesh. Because the flesh know now that all that time I was born for this mighty day. And now I'm in great sorrow. But let not thy will, but let not my will, but thy will be done. He was telling the Father that. To help him through this. When he get up on the cross, what did he say? Abba, Abba. Wait a minute, what you doing? Why have thou forsaken me? Why? He was in the flesh. He was the Son of Man hanging on the cross. Okay? After the completion of the whole crucifixion, the Son of Yah entered in to go to the grave with him for the 3 days to keep everything in line so that what? He can raise him back up after 3 days. See, the Son of Man couldn't raise himself up, but the Son of Yah could, because the Son of Yah is the power of Yah's right hand and stretched out arm. And with him, he brought his word. That's why it says Yeshua didn't just come with word. He came with power. You see, what the biggest thing that has taken place that have caused 99.9 to not know the destiny of the Most High Yah is when they take the Son of Yah and the Son of Man and make them the Son of Yah, the Son of Man. The Son of Man is separate from the Son of Yah. The Son of Yah was given to the Son of Man. The Son of Man was born of a woman, flesh. Okay? And he gave him the Son of Yah, which is Yah's right hand, his power, and his word came down to assist the Son of Man with the mission itself for the Father. That's why he called the Son of Yah his only begotten. That means my only power that I got. You see, that was his son. He called him the Son of Yah, his power and his word. Okay? So when Yeshua went to the cross, no one ever questioned, why is he hollering, Abba, Abba, why have thou forsaken me? No one questioned it. Why, if he's the Father, what is he hooping and hollering about? If he's the Father, why is he not wanting the disciples to fall asleep? Because he now was the flesh of a man without the Son of Yah. When he went to Gethsemane, not to Gethsemane. When he went to the mountaintop mentally, that's where it was all about. He was being dealt with by Satan. Why did he have to fast? If he's the son of Yah, why is he fasting? Why did the angels come back to minister to him when he came down? Because he was the son of Yah when he went to the mountain. To be, notice he said to be tempted. He was tempted in the flesh. And he kept telling Satan, it is written. I love that. It is written. What you mean? It is written. Then Satan turned around and told him at the end one, it is written that if you jump down, a legion of angels will catch you. He used the same thing that Yeshua was saying when he kept telling him, it is written. What is Yeshua saying? Heaven's got everything wrote in, bro, and wrote out. Stand down. You can't tempt me. And furthermore, it is written that we should not tempt the Lord thy Yah. See, he's still calling out the Father separate from himself. Y'all missed it. And where you really missed it was Genesis 1, verse 26, 27, 28. He said, let us make man in our image and in our likeness. He was talking to his right hand power that's called the right hand and the stretched out arm. He was telling his power, let us make man in our image and in our likeness. He was talking to his own power. Just as he said, let there be, he was talking to his power in his right hand. It's just like you. You go in the kitchen and you get a drink of water. You say, I'm going to go in here and what? Give me a drink of water. You speak it and you then your hand perform it. When that's what Yah was doing in Genesis 1. His power and his word works together hand in hand. You ain't going to see him back up with just the power. When he pull up, he coming with power and the word. Okay? That's why you can't make this book the power. You can't make this book the word. Let's go. Let me give you that verse. Romans chapter 1. The reason why they want to do away with Paul is because Paul is calling out all their darkness. Paul putting a stop to all that darkness. In the book of Romans chapter 1, Paul best says it, and it's in there several times in different ways and different others. Paul gives a very clear picture of it. Paul in Romans chapter 1 and verse 16, I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. Wait a minute, you are not ashamed of the gospel of Yeshua? No. Which is Jesus? No. I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. Guess why? Here we go. For it is the power of Yah. See, what happened is when they forsaken the power in Genesis 1, when he created everything, they never saw his power present. And all that time, his word was speaking it and his power was bringing it forth. So if you miss Genesis 1 and 2, you missed this whole book. You're going to be lost with the cause and without one. What happens? We have to go back and pick up the power and put it where it belongs. And none of them are willing to do that. Because if we have to pick up his power, then he's going to pick us up. And many don't want that. And what do you mean? He's going to pick us up and judge us right then and there. And see what they do, they stay away from that power. They just want to use the book, the words. This is words. But the power goes with the word. That's that Holy Spirit that got to come in us and teach us. And it is said that it would come and teach us all things. So that lets you know, can't no book teach us all things. Matter of fact, what book did they all have? Tell me, what book did the disciples have? What book did Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah have? See there? What degree did they get? What school did they go to? See, this thing is a spiritual thing. And he's been telling us that all the time. In Genesis 1, he's been telling us that all the time. That y'all have to go back and give me the power that's due me. That you think that you done something because you took it away. And you didn't. I'm still going to rumble. I'm still who I am, all power. You see? What man does is they went in and they took that, they stripped that out, and they taught these words without the power. And that's why you got a million different denominations and beliefs out of one book. But when that Ruach pull up, he's the word. He coming out, he coming one way and one way on it. In spirit and in truth. They don't know nothing about that. And I thank him for them not knowing. Because to me, that's how I try the spirit by the spirit. Is when I know they don't know spirit and truth, then they don't know nothing. So that's lead me to understand they don't have the Ruach. Because you got to have spirit and truth, you guys. You got to. That's the Holy Spirit that teaches you. He teaches you in the spirit. And he teaches you truth. That's that Holy Spirit that shall come and teach you all things. If he thought for 1 minute a book can teach you all things, he would let the book handle it. But Yeshua told you he was going to pull up. And when he pull up, what is he coming with? And then you shall receive power. So you ask the people, why are these people teaching? Why are they leading? Why are they ruling kings, lions, and everything? Where's your power, bro? You want to lead the multitude? Where's your power? You see? They ain't got it. Because they don't have the word. Because when the Ruach pull up, it coming with power. Yeshua would tell you, because he had the same thing. When the Father told him, bam, you sit here on my right hand till I make that earth your footstool. How you gonna do that, Father? With my power. So he said, when you receive the Ruach, which is the Holy Spirit, you shall receive what? The number one thing, power. Where's your power, y'all? Come on, somebody talk to me. Where's your power? I don't need to ask myself because I used it too many times. And I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble. I used it too many times. Okay. Let me stop. But I did. But going back to what I said, how you going to rule a congregation? How you going to lead a multitude? How you going to have a camp and academy? How you going to have all these men falling behind you, making you a leader, a ruler? How you going to make these men kings and rulers and leaders? And they're in the land of their captive. How you going to make them all that? Matter of fact, where's their power? See, y'all didn't know that, did you? See, you can't pull up with the Holy Spirit, with the Ruach, without the power. See, that's what messed up everybody. When you got to Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26, they never knew who that was he was talking to. Oh, he talking to Yeshua. He talking to the Son of Man. Shut your mouth. Son of Man ain't got nothing to do with the creation. That was the Son of Yah, his right hand and his word. See, they didn't know that. And they still don't know it. 2024, sad day, sad year, sad time of life. Thousands of years, Father. And when he said he had pity for, in Ezekiel 36, he said, Deborah, I had pity for my holy name. And I understand him. I salute that. I understand that, Father. I understand it, why he should have pity for his own name. Because we ain't got sense enough. So Sister Deborah, I hope you got a little out of that. And there is the Son of Yah, and there is the Son of Man. There's two coming to do the mission of the Father. And the reason why his Son, his only begotten, his word and his power. And he labeled it as the Son of Yah, which is Christ. That was Christ, y'all, all the time. It wasn't Yeshua. It was Christ. That's why when you read, you'll start to see him say Christ, because he wants you to identify the power that was doing what he was doing. You'll find that all up in the New Testament and in a lot of things. You'll see, well, wait a minute. How did the Christ come in the scene? Where is Yeshua? Where is Yeshua? Yeshua get left behind. He had to go to the back when the power had to stand. That's the Son of Yah. You see, then he turned around and said he got the body of Christ. Wait a minute, hold up. The disciples, body of Christ, Deborah. Wait a minute, hold up. Who is the body of Christ? Where is Yeshua? Why ain't the body of Yeshua? Why is it the body of Christ? Because Christ is the power of the Father's right hand. Yeshua is the Son of Man. He is not the power, nor is he the Word, nor is he the Spirit of Yah. He is an angel that was made little lower than the other angels to represent the sacrifice, the blood sacrifice and the spiritual sacrifice for all sin. Because some people are born of the flesh and some people are born of the spirit. But whether you're born of the flesh or whether you're born of the spirit, you need your sin wiped away. And that's what he was coming to do, to redeem us back to he that had already claimed us in the Lamb Book of Life. And that is those that are born of the Spirit. He was redeeming you back in the spirit realm, back to the Most High Yah, because you have gotten totally off the path. So according for him to die for you, he had to die for the flesh too. So he died both ways. He died flesh and he died spirit. And he gave up the ghost, remember? And at that moment, did the Son of Yah step in, went to the grave with him, laid there 3 days. Why? Because he needed the power again to raise up. Yeshua couldn't get up on his own. Son of Man couldn't get up out that grave. He needed the power. So that's who raised him up, was the Son of Yah, the Father's right hand, and his stretched out arm brought him back up. Okay? See, that's why, y'all, he say, if you miss Genesis 1, you miss the whole book. Because you all have forsaken the power. Have you heard it where he said denying the power therein? Y'all forsaken it. Because there's no way you're going to gain the Ruach without the power. Praise the Most High Yah. He said, and when you shall receive the Holy Spirit, you shall receive power. See, this shows you how you're going to lead a multitude with no power. And if he gave you 100, 200, 300, 400 members, hey, you better have some power. Because if he's going to trust you with the real word, you better pull up with that real power. How about that? How about that? That's what people need to be checked with. While they running around here talking about they have the Ruach, you have the Holy Spirit. Where's the power at? Where's it at? Hey, power. What? Power ain't nowhere near you. Power say he don't even know you. That's why he tells somebody like me, hey, stop running to me, asking me who this is, who that. Try that spirit by the Spirit. The power gave you the ability to do that. Now try their spirit by the Spirit. Don't try their flesh. How can a person try a spirit by the Spirit? It takes power to do that. It takes power. You can't just pull up and try somebody's spirit with your flesh. He's letting you know, Deborah, look, you keep running to me who this person is. Why did this person come to you? And why did this person ask you to look, try their spirit by the Spirit. See, y'all never knew that, did you? You didn't know. You really didn't know a person until you're able to try their spirit. And that's who he was talking to. People who are in the Spirit. People who have the Ruach. He wants you to know when you come up on a situation, you try that bad boy by the Spirit. Don't try him by their flesh. You see what I'm saying? And then he turned around and say, and how long have I given you the gift of discerning? So if I gave you the gift of discerning, why ain't you using it? Why you keep coming to me telling me this person, who is this person? Why this person? Deborah, discern. I gave you the gift, discern. I've had that for so many years. So he keeps me aware that you have to walk, talk, you have to stand in what all I have invested in you. Now, do that make me perfect? No. Do I do wrong? Yeah. Am I silly? Yeah. Do I have any sense? No. Catch me on the other side in spirit and truth. You get messed up in the spirit realm. That's for real. That's why I don't allow people to think that they can just say anything to me and think I'm not going to pull up in the spirit realm while you talking that jumbo in the flesh. You got a lady on here talking about false prophets. For you to be able to tell somebody they're a false prophet, tell me, what are you? Are you the real one? Who can be a false prophet? And who is a false prophet? And when did he call? What did he call you down to do? What is your purpose? You all know there are people that's quick to say false prophet, quick. But you ask them, what is your calling? What is your purpose? What have y'all willed in you? They couldn't tell you. We just on YouTube deceiving the master, the multitude. That's what they do. They're on here only to deceive the multitude. They've been on here years. And that's how they have won the people over on this devil platform. They can have you. This sister will tell you, honey, I don't need no subscribers and likes. Because you know what? I got my backpack. It's tightly. I got my spirit and truth in it. I got my light. I got all the gift that he's given me already. I'm ready to go. Where we going, Father? What should I do? Tell me where I go. What should I do? You gonna tell me this? Oh yeah, okay. I hear you. I hear you here. You see, I ain't got time to try to win the world. When he told me it's over. It's finished, Deborah. That's it, Deborah. It's over. So what am I running around here trying to crank up or start something new? No, it's over. No more puzzle pieces. That's what he told me. He said, Deborah, all the pieces together. But one of the beautiful thing, and I have to go, is he told me, you have won the game. That's a beautiful thing, y'all, for the Father tell me that you have won the end game. The end game is Deuteronomy 28, verse 19, all the way down to the end, where it breaks down the outcome. And in spite of saying that you're going to destroy us, the house, I'm aware with it. I salute that bad boy. Because I know for a fact that he all that answer. Yah is the excellent, the perfect one, the best, the wonderful one, the great one. He is who he say he is, and he don't have to prove himself to you. You ain't nobody if he all that. So I, Sister Deborah, say, I hope you have, not hope, I pray that you have a blessed evening. I know I held you too long, and I'm going to do better. I promise you I won't. No, I ain't going to say that. Deborah, stop it. Don't say that. I'm going to do better. This is just too long. But I appreciate each and every last one of you in the live chat, and I hope you got something out of it. So I, Sister Deborah, says, shalom and shalom.